do the jump. By the way, I'm on Twitch. I'm live on Twitch right now too, so I'm like getting all the streams and shit together. Like 4 minutes, I'm about to get into the artist review. If you're an artist and you watching this and you want your shit on the Third Eye Five podcast, it's gonna go on Spotify, it's gonna go on iHeartRadio, it's gonna go on the Apple Podcast. I don't know if I said that again, and Amazon and shit, all them shits, man. We're gonna put you in rotation. You know what I'm saying? We do an artist review. Goddamn, we do a call in interview, phone call jump. You know what I'm saying? It's a small fee. You know what I'm saying? So DM me. You trying to get your shit on. You know what I'm saying? Get your shit in rotation, man. Cause look, Third Eye Five podcast is doing 15K views on Spotify, and that's not even including the Apple Podcast, yo. So it's going. It's going. All I need is the YouTube views to go up, and it's over with. So tap in. It's a fee. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get shit rolling. We're going to play your shit on the screen. We're going to do whatever. And we're just going to tap in, man. And then we're just going to go into the segments. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go into the segments.
Talk to me nasty, arching your back, whip your panties, no fancy, looking you up like some candy. You know you handy dandy, you the cookie of the jar, craving where you are. You know you fucking with a star. I'm up there with Mars, I got you in my arms, letting you go is not my job. Fuck around and be your mom, call you both the mom. Pull up in the art tomorrow. I'm just playing, I just need a little love. No need to play around, we in the bed now. I'm in the head now, getting head now. I'ma lay down. Show me what you gonna do, what you tryna do. No need to play around, we in the bed now. I'm in the head now, getting head now. I'ma lay down. Show me what you gonna do, what you tryna do. What you tryna do. I want all of you. Yeah. What you trying to do? Yeah.
So we doing topics. We talking about a little bit of everything, man. We're gonna get into it. We got Eturnal. My boy Eturnal coming in. He gonna tap in with us. We're gonna be talking about the 12 Zodiacs and how it's not 12, it's 13. We're gonna be talking about New Year's, how the ball drop and all that, how that shit correlating with shit. We're gonna talk about Christmas and the meaning of all that shit. We're gonna dive deep. You know what I'm saying? We're getting to the information, man. But foremost, man, we're gonna get to the artist. We're gonna get into the artist, man. And I don't only like put artists on in the beginning of the segments. We got middle segments, little interludes and shit. When I'm gonna play the next artist. The next artist I have up is called Tano. I had him on last time. He's gonna be on this. He gonna be on this one again. Let me see. We're gonna turn up. I want y'all to turn up with me, man. Share the live with it, cause we about to turn up in this bitch, man. Soon as I get this shit right. Man. There you go. TCooke, Big Will, man. BA's on, man. BA on.
She gon' bust it down like a field trip. And yeah, she Gucci down, that's that real drip. City girl, she just looking for a meal ticket. If she find another man, you gotta deal with it. Yeah, I'm in the field with it, in the field with it. Even though she did wrong, you just gotta live with it. She belong to the streets, yeah, but I still hit it. She carrying all that, but she ain't concealing it. She a 304 from the 305.
Come on.
She gon' drop it low. She gon' bust it wide.
Come on.
She on that pole. I'ma watch her slide. She'll cut ties if it ain't about dollar signs. Oh God. I'm in the MIA, my phone on D&D. I'm the game, I'm talking TNT. I hate it when she switch up like the CDC. Man, cause I was pushing people for the PPP, her body OD. She just got a BBL. Her man went OT, he just got a CDL. Her friend is CB, she just wanna see me fail. When she come down off the perks, man, she be mean as hell, but she gon'
She the 305 down.
She gon' drop it low. She gon' bust it wide.
Come on.
Yeah, she on that pole.
Yeah.
I'ma watch her slide. She'll cut ties if it ain't about dollar signs. Oh, God.
I was about to hit that shit. Man. I saw that. I was about to hit that shit. Damn, that shit cut short, man. My nigga TCooke, man. My nigga TCooke. We're gonna get him on. We're gonna get him on call. Let's see if he pick up, man. We're gonna get TCooke on the joke, man. We're gonna get him on. Let's see if he pick up, man. Yo, T.
Yo, what's good?
What's good, man? We live, bro. We just finished playing a record, man, bro. That's a banger, dog. That's a banger, bro.
Bro, I really appreciate it, dog.
They fucking with it on the live, dog. That shit hard. You and Big Will went crazy on that shit, man. Damn. Like, look, man. Like, how'd y'all come about, man? How you and Big Will came together and just sat down and just made that record like that? Like, how did that come about?
Dog, so when I Big Will the Party King, bro, he all about energy, spreading positivity, and just getting the party lit. Like, that's what he do. He a legend in the 7-5. So when I came up with that record, I was like, I need somebody who is gonna take that energy and match my energy on the track. So I put the play together, man. Put some calls in or whatever. Got in touch with Big Will. He came through to the studio, blessed me with his vocals, man. And definitely took the energy up to another level, for real.
Man, a whole nother level, man. That shit like that, man. Hey, you had the jank spinning on 103 yet?
Dog, I got a relationship with 103 yet, but it ain't got in rotation.
Okay.
On my last album, they was spinning my 7 Cities record with Young Money Yon and Izzy the DJ.
Okay.
So it's just only a matter of time for it, really. You know what I'm saying?
Real talk, man. Cause bro, that's a radio joint for real, dog. Like, yeah, that shit can really go for real, bro.
I appreciate it. That shit is going crazy on Spotify right now.
It is, like, man.
It's going dumb.
So look, tell me this. This is gonna be my last question. We're gonna wrap it up. What is your why for doing music, man?
That's a great question. My why is just me trying to actually use my God-given talent. You know, like ever since I was like 12 or 13, I always just gravitated to music. And I'm like, okay, well, let me put my spin on it and let me show my God-given talent. So, I mean, like I said, bro, I didn't put multiple tapes out. My first tape came out in 2010, so I'm really not new.
Wow,
to this,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's second nature to me at this point.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. That means you put them hours in, man. Them 10,000 hours.
10,000 hours.
And
bro.
some plus some. That's our plus some right there, man.
For sure.
Man, it's good hearing from you, man. Hopefully we're gonna do this again. We can do it in person, do an interview and sit down, chop it up on my podcast, man. I really appreciate the record, man. That shit had me lit just now, bro. I gotta take my hoodie off now. You know what I'm saying? So
that's much love, bro. Like, I want to wish much success to you and your podcast in the year 2024.
Love, bro.
Keep doing what you doing. Keep spreading positivity, bro. And we'll definitely get up for sure.
Real talk, man. You shout out your handle and shout out to anybody special you want to shout out, whatever, man.
For sure. My handle is at TCooke Official. Streaming on Spotify, Apple Music. Tap in with me. Shout out Big Will the Party King. Shout out SB the Family Company and In-House Management.
Yes, sir, man. Much love, man. You keep doing your thing. We're going to keep you in rotation. I'm going to play this shit one more time next week, man, on my next episode, just because I fuck with it so hard. So, man, keep doing you, man.
Much love, brother. I appreciate you, bro.
No doubt.
And keep going, bro. Keep grinding. And we'll link up, man, for sure.
Damn right, bro. I got you, man. One.
All right, one.
See? That's why I do what I do, man. It's not even about just putting yourself on, man. It's just about putting on everybody, man. Cause you put everybody on, everybody gonna fuck with you, man. And it's not even just about having people fuck with you, man. It's just being just genuine and just wanna see other people succeed. You feel me? Like just see other people succeed, man. And like I just love seeing great people, especially those that really like took a risk and like really go out and support me. And that's what I fuck with. Like I fuck with genuine people that sees like what I'm doing or what I'm trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Cause this right here is just the beginning. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? This year alone, like Third Eye 5 been going up. We've been going up with a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? So me putting this, you know what I'm saying, and like implementing this and putting it to the podcast and like involving others, man, it's gonna be a game changer for 2024. Real shit. It's gonna be a game changer for 2024. I got more artists that's willing to fuck with. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna play probably like 2 more other artists tonight. I'm gonna play one in the middle, play one at the end. But yeah, like this is a vibe. This is a vibe, yo. So I do what I do, man. Shit don't stop for nobody, man. You know what I'm saying? So you're an artist, you want your music out, you want to be on the podcast, man, hit me up, DM me. So we just gonna get right into it, man. We're gonna get into the news, man. We're gonna get into the news. Before we get into it, it's hot. I don't even want to take my Gaza and Gaza, yo. I created this hoodie. Shout out to Yusuf and his family. Alhamdulillah. You know what I'm saying? His niece wanted the design it digitally. So I made it digital, you know what I'm saying? Did my drawing, did whatever, and made it digital. Yeah. This is how it go. You can't see it. We got we got bad lighting in here. But it's all good. You get the gif. But we're going in tonight, y'all. So to the news. Hold on. Nobody getting no free promotion in this bitch. So the news. Let's talk about it. So I know everybody had a good time with the holidays, Christmas and all that. You know what I'm saying? Now it's back to reality. You know what I'm saying? Back to reality. So Joe Biden this week, I think it was either yesterday or a day ago. I believe it had to be yesterday. I'm gonna look back, but it was saying that Joe Biden saying airstrikes to Iraq against Iran, backed after 3 U.S. troops were wounded in an attack. So, you know, Iran not playing no games. They're not fucking with what's going on with the whole Hamas, with Israel keep bombing Gaza and innocent people. So Iraq is taking matters in their hands and they going to war with them too. So it's like, you know what I'm saying, 2 against Israel and the U.S. right now. And it's slowly looking like a war. It is a war, but it's slowly looking like World War III. You know what I'm saying? So y'all pay attention to the news. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm putting this type of information out just a simple fact because I don't want us to be how we was in 2020. How we was dumbfounded, clueless with the COVID-19, all that shit. Like we was dumbfounded and like didn't know what the fuck to do with ourselves. So I want y'all to be prepared. Start preparing yourselves. Start stocking up. Start like, you know what I'm saying, tapping in with your spirit, meditate, You know what I'm saying? Talk to your kids more, your children more, because, you know, even be around your family more if needed. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, times like this, it's like we living in the unknown. Anything can happen type shit. You know what I'm saying? Anything could really happen. So, like, we'll get more into it. Trump getting rejected to be part of certain states like Michigan, and there's another one. I think Georgia is one of them too, taking them off the ballots, the presidential ballots. So it's gonna be a hard time for him. It's gonna be a hard time for him to actually like win, I believe. And I think this might be an opportunity for Biden to win again. If they don't impeach Biden soon, there's no, like I said, we living in the unknown. There's a lot of weird shit, a lot of crazy shit, a lot of stuff going on, man. So we need to take heed and just really get a grip of what's going on, or at least try to. You know what I'm saying? So I just realized over the couple of weeks, a guy named Sean King, he got 1 million followers on Instagram. He done a lot for certain communities and stuff like that. He's well known. You research him up yourself, but they banned him off Instagram and Meta, Facebook, all that shit, because he was posting too many videos of Gaza and the children and all the things that been going. Man, fuck, I can't even. Dang, it's all good. I was gonna do this audio clip. It's all good. But let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into the pre-topic before we, you know what I'm saying, get my boy Eturnal tap in. He gonna be tapping in like 30 minutes. We gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it a little bit, but we're gonna talk about this new Obama movie. You feel me? Y'all type in the chat that y'all seen the new Obama movie. Go ahead, put in the chat that you seen the Obama movie or not. It's called Leave the World. Write in the comments if you seen it and your opinion. Write in the comments. And somebody type in, have you seen Obama's movie Leaving the World, so I can pin it. I'm gonna pin it up there, and that's gonna be like, when people come in, they're gonna know what we're talking about. So somebody do that for me real quick. All love. Well, it's called Leave the World Behind. This right here, right? Interesting movie. And truth be told, it was a good movie. But it's like, bro, why are you putting this out right now? What do this mean? Like, why is you putting this movie out literally while we in war and other countries are getting involved in this type of shit? You know what I'm saying? Like this, if this ain't an eye opener to what's to come, everybody in this motherfucker still sleep. And it's literally to the T of what I've been expressing and telling people all this year. And we in December now. You know what I'm saying? I've been saying this since the top of the new year. When I spoke about Agenda 2030, about all that, y'all go back and look at my podcast and y'all tap in to when I broke down Agenda 2030. Like, this is like a little bit of what's to come of what I Morley was saying on the Agenda 2030 episode. So it was a lot of it was a lot of like subliminals and meanings you gotta look. Like, you had to watch the shirt that they was wearing. You had to watch like the music that was playing while the scenes was going, and you had to pay attention to like their behavior. You know what I'm saying? And to what's really going on. Like I said, they wanted us without everyone going crazy because they don't realize it's real warning. Exactly. I don't even know what movie this is, but they hide everything in plain sight. Exactly. The movie is called Leave This World Behind, and Obama made the movie. And that's low-key what's bothering me about this shit. That Obama, the president, the fucking former president, produced this joke. And he's basically telling us, at least he giving us a warning. He giving us a fair fucking warning for everybody to really see. He put it in a movie, though. He put it in a good ass movie for people to watch, and it's on Netflix. So it's like, if you don't watch it, it's like you're not getting the news type shit. You know what I'm saying? But all of this, right? Let me find this clip. I'm gonna find this clip, and just like you were saying, Jazzy, they do put things in plain sight, and that it correlates with the video I'm about to play right now. Watch this. All right, listen.
Powers that be always broadcast. Ever wonder why the powers that be always broadcast what they're gonna do before they do it? It's not to avoid karma. That's not how karma works. The reason is because the powers that be are archons. Archons were spoken about in the ancient Gnostic texts. Archons are thought forms that cannot manifest on their own because they have no love or connection to the cosmic womb, and therefore cannot utilize the law of attraction. So they use us humans to manifest by putting ideas in our faces. Once we see the idea and experience an emotion about the idea, we manifest it for them. So they don't tell us what they're gonna do before they do it. They tell us what they want to happen, and we make it happen by experiencing negative emotions about it happening.
You see what I'm saying?
Ever wonder?
Exactly, programming. Exactly what they're doing. They programming us by putting things in plain sight, putting it in videos, movies, music, all that shit. So when it happens, y'all motherfuckers gonna be numb, and they'll be like, "Oh, this is like just a movie. Like, I seen this before," type shit, to make it seem like it's not a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Especially if everything happened in waves like it did in the movie. Because, you know, in the movie it had certain, like, stage. It had certain, like waves. It had certain waves. It had 1, and it had the 2, and it had the 3. So when the waves happened, like, one big thing happened and another big thing happened, people was not going, you know what I'm saying? This is where chaos and everything is going to be coming from. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying this because in the movie, it was showing that people was turning against them. Like, they letting us know when something like this happens, people is going to turn on you. They using, we in a society where technology now, where certain groups don't even have to necessarily come over here and fight us. They can use a certain program to make us fight against our own people, type shit. You know what I'm saying? And how they can do that? They can do that by sound. If you really know about frequency and sound, they can do it through sound. And they showed it in the movie. They showed you in the movie how they was able to do that shit. Niggas started acting crazy. I ain't even gonna give them, yeah. So They showing you how it can be done, and they telling you how it can be done. And then the daughter in the movie, right? She was dropping some gems, y'all. She was dropping little gems, so pay attention to the daughter, y'all. Yeah, satellite, the satellite, all that. Like, we have to know who has the power to these things that can completely shut everything off. And I don't know if y'all seen in the news that 2024 the solar flares is gonna hit planet Earth and it's gonna knock the power out. The prediction is that it's gonna happen this year, 2024. So that's why I'm telling people to be careful when y'all go out, where y'all gonna be at. Like, tread lightly next year, cause you don't want to be stuck, or you be in the fucking air somewhere, and it's over with, type shit. You know what I'm saying? Solar flares. Solar flares is the sun. It's the energy the sun gives off when it's going through like a change or something, and it haven't happened in like many years. It's been like many years since it's happened. So this is the first time it happened in a long ass time. And plus, the sun is creating a big hole right now. They said the hole is the size of 6 Earths right now. You can look it up. Look it up, solar flares, on Google, and look up the black hole in the sun. And you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about, because it's not made up. They've been putting this on the news all month, but people not paying attention to it. But I'm letting y'all know what's going on. This is what's going on. Y'all bear with me. Stay right there. I'll be back. Hold on. Y'all listen to some music till I come back. I gotta do something real quick. Y'all don't go nowhere, man. Shit getting good. Shit getting good. Y'all don't go nowhere.
Yeah, look, I'm leaving it all in my notepad. Bad times feel like Tyson hands, yeah, them old jabs. I don't give in cause of my past. I just write my future with all laughs. I'm still that nigga, yeah, I'm all that. I know next time you gotta earn where my heart is at. Cause demons be creeping with women with cute faces and fat asses. Sometimes living on earth can be so whack. Bitches turn to niggas turn to bitches. What the fuck is all that? I don't get it. I know these bitches gon' fall where I ball at. This is real facts, no cap rap. I'm thinking it's bringing the best of me. The high
I'm back.
Said, I told you
I'm back.
that. I'ma go
See, I fuck with y'all. Y'all stayed. Yeah, shit's gonna get wicked. Cause if y'all thought 2023 and 2020 was something, that's why we talking about it right now. Like, and it's like, we need to stop trying to run away from it. We need to stop ignoring it, because when shit hit the fan for real, I don't want you to be acting crazy, going chaotic. Don't act like you don't know what to do. I want us to tap in, be in peace. Know this is a mental game. Because obviously they fucking with our brains. That's the only way they can get us to do chaotic shit. That's why they use the sound frequency to fuck you up. So if you don't know what's going on, you're going to be fucked up. And you're going to be looking crazy. You see, I know if y'all seen the movie, y'all seen when the daughter and the other man's wife, the lady, they saw these deers and they started they started going crazy. Y'all see the movie, y'all gonna know what I'm talking about. That shit was funny as a bitch. But yeah, this is like, I'm just letting y'all know, like, we can't be sleeping on these people, bro. These people plan Every day, every night, every second, they making moves, yo. And then you gotta ask yourself, what am I doing to either prepare myself or create a change either within myself or within the people that's around me to make it better, type shit. You know what I'm saying? Cause that's where I'm at with it, and that's where I've been at with it all this year, despite any hardship, despite anything that's going on. I'ma still get my message across. I'ma still relay what needs to be told to people, and this is what needs to be told. Like, bro, wake up. Hello. Like, wake the fuck up, bro. And I want y'all to like tell others. Talk more to others about it. Stop talking about bullshit. Stop talking about bullshit. Stop talking about irrelevant stuff that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Let's talk about the future. Let's talk about how we can come together, cause that's what's going to come down to us coming together. Cause in the movie you can see that the dude wasn't trying to come together, type shit. Like he didn't give a fuck about the kid. He didn't give a fuck about none of them. He was about his own and his family. So just think. Not necessarily I really want you to think about it. I just want you to like just prepare yourself mentally and all that. So when the shit hits the fan for real, cause remind us, when 2020 came, we didn't prepare ourselves at all. We was not prepared at all. We wasn't. So whatever hits like it did in the movie, where everything going out, the power going out, all that shit, just think about it. They literally prepared us 3 years ago, the fucking lockdown. If that won't like a preparation to what is possibly to happen, because God forbid, I don't even want it to happen, but it's a big possibility that it is. Because look at how the presidency going. Look at Trump and Biden. First, Trump, he's running for president, but he's having a court case. They're making this shit into a fucking movie. Got a court case while running for president. You got Joe Biden, old ass, calling shots, killing kids, got blood on his hands. And what else? And then they trying to impeach. They trying to impeach him. They trying to impeach, bro. They don't want him in there no more. So we got all this shit going on within the presidency, and we still think life is life. But they are showing you how this shit is becoming a game. They showing you this shit is becoming a movie. They showed you by putting Trump in office and show you this is a fucking movie. We are test dummies. We are guinea pigs. Like, they really convinced us to get shots. Okay. I'm gonna reword what I'm gonna say, because I don't want. Yeah. So I'm gonna say the jab. They really convinced us to get the jab. And now there's no, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no more people saying they got COVID here and there, but it's really the flu. If we want to be technical, it's really the fucking flu. But whatever this shit is, they really made us get 3 fucking jabs of this shit. Whoever took it that far. Yeah. That's what pissed me off. And I'm glad you say that. They was giving free money, because at my job, the job I was working at the time, my job was giving out $100 to whoever gets the jab. Whoever gets the jab gets $100. And then it got so crazy that 2 months was going by. The person got the jab and they won't doing the $100 no more. But the person did it because he was gonna get $100 from work. Like, movie shit, yo. This is some fucking movie shit, man. Like, they really playing in our face. And it's just time to realize the real shit. Yeah, like, it's crazy. That's how it always works, because we destroy ourselves and each other when we operate in fear. Exactly. And that's why I'm here to tell y'all, when this shit pops off, do not act in fear. Do not act chaotic. Bring unity. Bring everything back to the word love, yo. Love one another. Love everyone around you. Like you said, love that neighbor. Say love that neighbor as you love yourself. You know what I'm saying? So remember that in those times, to love each other, help each other, and not bring each other down. Because that's all we've been doing all these years, is bringing each other down, bringing each other out, beating us up. You know what I'm saying? So now people going to have the opportunity to really go crazy. And mind you, the people that's not thinking like this, they going to go ape shit. I'm trying to tell you, they going to go ape shit. So I'm like trying to, like, it's time, yo. It's really time. And this is not all we're gonna be talking about tonight. We still got my man Eturnal. He tapping in. Let me go ahead. Call him right now. Call his ass right now. Oh yeah. Cause it's getting deep, man. Gotta be prepared, yo. Go ahead, get your food, get your water, get your kids right. Do what you can, yo. Do what you can. Peace, bro. You still tapping in? Huh? Okay. Okay. My bad. I'm trying to get you in. We got a couple of people in right now. I've been starting up, you know what I'm saying? We talk about what's going, like, cause you know they've been talking about this cyber attack. The Obama dropped the movie would Leave the World Behind, and showing us what is to come with the satellite going out and all that, the power, you know what I'm saying? The solar flare. They talking about the solar flares coming next year. So we talking about that. We got people on the live that's hip to it. So yeah, we diving deep, and I know you got something to piggyback. Huh? Yeah, we up the part, man. We aligning to the Christmas, the New Year's, the 12 and the 13. So I'm gonna see you on the live. All right, one. Yeah, like shit really don't feel the same no more. Like the energy is shifting, and then you can, like, for instance, like you can catch on to yourself, like yourself starting to feel different. You're not even thinking the same for real. You gotta really like catch yourself on, like, okay, let me think over here. Let me think this way. Let me put myself in this environment. Let me get out of this. I don't want to deal with too much drama. You know what I'm saying? You starting to see, like, stuff is really amping up. Like, people energy, like people now, yo, like when I go out, like people energy be weird. It's like weird, like people moving weird, like I don't know, like they like I don't know, yo. It's probably just me. It's just probably just me, but it's like every time I step out, it's like some nigga, like, or like a girl or something trying to, you know what I'm saying, see who the fuck this, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. It's just, I don't know. It's just, I'm just saying with time, like, shit is getting kind of OD. Kind of OD, yo. But we're gonna be diving deep for a minute tonight. We're gonna be talking about a lot. I'm waiting for a turn to get in. We're gonna take it to the internet. We're gonna put visuals up. We're gonna give people ideas, and really know the business. Yeah, like that's why I don't even be going out for real. I I ain't even go out for real for Christmas. I ain't even like tap in with the family like that this year. I was just on some me time. Like it just felt right to do that. You know what I'm saying? I think that's how I'm gonna be for New Year's too. Like it's just shit's just different, bro. What y'all think? Like when y'all how is things when y'all go out? When y'all be going out, let's say as of this year, like how things been for you? Like how like times been like experiences like even in the summertime because that's usually where stuff really be amping up is the summertime. You know what I'm saying? Very negative. Why you say that? Why it's been very negative for you? If you mind me asking on the live, if you mind me asking on the live, how it been very negative for you? Yes, like people are mad angry, yo. Like you know what I'm saying? Like for no reason. Like Tato. Like that's just how they feeling. And it's like, dang, like so I'm not the only one. So okay, that's yeah, a lot of people been angry and not know how to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause best believe I can get angry too. I can get angry, but I have a way to not really affect me and affect others for real. You know what I'm saying? It's just a thing that us as people gotta learn. I don't know why it's not. No. Go ahead. Yeah. Like a lot of people been angry, yo. I'm trying to figure out is it because well it's the shit they doing with everything. Food, drinks, all that shit. Peace, brother.
Peace, bro.
Man.
Respect.
Look, it's gonna be a good night, man. It's gonna be a good night. Look, we got the TV. We can go on the internet. We're gonna tap in for real. We're gonna show visuals. So let me know. Whatever you want me to Google. You know how you do. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Let's just get started then.
Yeah, let's get started. We're already in it. We 6 deep right now. We're gonna get in it.
Okay, alright, there we go. That's it right there.
So like one of the like Stacy was saying, she was saying that she's like stuff been feeling weird. People been feeling weird. It's more people being angry. It's like this energy. Like you can really tell like a frequency is changing. Like you can change. Like you can feel a change within the planet with the people that you go out. You know what I'm saying? You start seeing people move a little different. They looking at you like you up to something or something. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely can see a shift with what's going on.
Yeah, there's many portals that just opened recent. I don't know if you're aware of it, but if you've been outside, you'll find out that not just looking outside, you're seeing dimensions that they've been wanting to explain. Like, let's say, for instance, you're seeing a rainbow around the sun.
Yeah.
And they call it Sprite, Sprite. Peace. And the Sprite represents two sun dogs. Yet, it's also explaining how the power of that color, the prism, is so wide, so vast that it clicks to make a bigger circle in a small circle form. So it looks basically like you're looking at the sun and two different suns but basically as rainbows.
Right.
So it's like giving us a notion that that's a dimension that we're looking at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Respect. Good, thanks. All right, there we go. And you can find out the energy on those particular days. Just like you got, if you look at Black Magic 363, they was talking about just recent, and they're talking about the chemtrails and how the chemtrails are more busier than they were ever.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they're not gonna let loose because there's certain things that we're able and capable of tapping into. And the greatest thing for us right now is meditation.
Just talk about that. We just yeah.
If everybody really in tune with that, you'll find different days that you can meditate a whole lot more than average. And if you're able to focus on that, that's a great analogy to keep the focus game on. The other thing is finding saturated fats. If you got a pen or a pencil, I would say always keep that around when I'm throwing some stuff out there for y'all because y'all gonna need it.
You know?
Saturated fats. That's gonna help with your memory. And so we forget, and we became the forgetful people, even though we're the oldest on the planet. And to better explain that is through the sugar and how much sugar obtaining we've been doing to cause that to lose focus on what already came before. Like this, in actuality, this is a book called Christianity Before Christ. And if you pull that book up, you can see there's excerpts in there that gives you more of a, like, basically we're on a timeline. And some of us are able, just like if you look at the movie, it's a series called Low Key. Got a season 1 and a season 2. And through that, they give you this basically as the analogy, right? And you're learning the Zodiacs, basically. And with Low Key, look at its color as a spectrum. Also look at what the body is going through. If that was a color in the body, it would be like a representation of the heart or Leo. And because the green represents heart or earth, Heart, Earth, that's the same aspect. So now to find itself is basically like we have to learn the 1, 2, 3, 4 basic rule. And before all of those became to existence, we had to get 0. We
right.
had to know that 0 created the origin to all things. And because those things are an issue amongst us because we became some type of worshiper, that we created a savior. And so now we got a God and a savior God. And we don't know which one of the two is 3. And this would cause us to actually celebrate on Easter, calling it Easter, or celebrate in December, calling it, Christ Mass. This is why that calendar is important. Seeing that the natal chart, all of us have one. Yeah. And if you notice how your chart is going to be based on this type of chart that's in front of you, this will give you more of an indication to know that we have a high tide, a low tide, and a mid tide. And these are going to help you with navigating on the earth. And a lot of us was not into it because our mother and father and their mother and father might have been still going down the line to where we took this part of the lesson out. And we need this lesson. Your children needs this lesson. So I would say it would heed you to learn this, because if you don't, you're going to be repeating some cycles.
Yeah.
And it's repetitive because this explains the symbols. As you see, there's a masculine and feminine inside the center of the circle. All right. And because of that, that explains how there's a self-creator, just like how we call it Thoth. You know, Thoth would represent Taurus. Yet at the same time, it also represents Aries as the beginning. So you have open section where we start. Horns represent knowledge. So whether it be a cow or a bull, we're a bull as to do something or the ability. So as far as a cane, you can do it. So these horns are into the magnifications of Aries, Taurus, and then of course there's Capricorn. This is why we still basically celebrate in these areas as a big energy zone, just like the screen that we were speaking on with the chemtrail is another way of blocking the way you feel. So now that
Right.
know, on a grand scale, a lot of us could be, let's say, like, because we were talking about this before.
Yeah.
Like October, they came over during that time of the season, and people were supposed to be going to eat some candy or going to go celebrate grabbing some candy. That day was canceled, and it was by nature. You know what I mean? It rained that day. And I was like, yes, we got one for nature that time. So it wouldn't cause us to become more ADHD or more autism on the planet, more of the destruction and dis-ease, which, you know, for someone else's health is someone else's demise, while someone else's demise is someone else's health. You know, there's a reverse in certain people living on this nature that we call nature. Some of us are living unnatural, right?
Right.
And some of us actually live it naturally. And because we had to become disciplined, that's what caused these 12 that surround that, you know, masculine, feminine that's in the center. These symbols created a wave and a way, like going left or right or up and down. The way and the wave had to make a connection. So from your fire to the earth, to the air, to the rain, which is reflection, we create another fire, earth, air, and rain. So let's go over where we can say where Aries is at, right? And that's on the left side. Where Aries is at, Taurus is under that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the way this clock is actually shown to us is how it's supposed to be shown in a way that we got here on the earth from Aries energy. Like your mother, she when she created you, that was one thing. When you was spiritually here, that was another. And then when the body was physically taken out of the womb, that was the other. So when we came out as Aries of the head. Now, a lot of us came out as Aries of the head, yet not in that position of the time on Earth. So this is how we got offset by not knowing this type of wheel or zodiacus of the wheel that we all express. We just on different time zones of expressing it. So you mainly get 2 hours of power. I don't know if you heard about that. You get 2 hours of power. And then that 2 hours of power, it goes to a depletion.
Yeah.
And the reason why it depletes is not saying that it's weak. It just goes to the next one. So from Aries, you go to Taurus. And then, of course, from Taurus, you go to Gemini. Now, Aries is the reason why a lot of people are already jumping ahead. The word that represents Aries is ahead. So that's why that's the body part that is governed. Each of these parts that we came out of the womb, we basically have that ability. Like your mama gave you superpowers. We all got superpowers. And because we never noticed all of the superpowers, we only took one of the superpowers. You only took one of those special ones.
Yeah.
And that what you started out with as the very, very beginning. That's why when you say, like, my rising is in Pisces, or then if you say your rising is in Pisces, it's not Aries that you're looking at. You're looking at now Pisces coming out. Even though you started in the head as Aries, you're thinking, though, in the feet of Pisces, because Pisces represents the bottom, while Aries represents the top. Now, if you was to think about this on the world, right, and put a line straight through this zodiac, one side will be explaining the sonar, while the other side will be explaining the lunar. And this is how we got confused by the calendar.
Yeah.
Because I know we'll say, it's my birthday, even though you're born on a particular time frame and a particular day. When your birthday comes back up again, it's not going to be on that particular day. Now, it can happen. You just got to realize when that pattern is there. That'll help you, give you more of a deeper navigation to how you have a way of you recognizing just more than the regular.
Right.
You can say that the leaves are falling off the tree this year, and then the leaves are going to fall off the tree next year. You know that. However, it could be a different way that the leaves fall off from this year to next year. It could be the wind was so strong it knocked all the leaves off this year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or it was just so hot that the leaves just fell off. You know what I mean? So there's methods to the extreme of each element: your fire, your earth, your air, and your rain. So as the mist or as a cloud that can be over our head, it can make you feel lonely or sad or gloomy. So in these realities, we got to create our own versus just going by what you see on the outside. You know what I mean? So that's where we're at. Like, we got to tap in. We got to find out how to tap in. And there's great people out there right now. Brother Hank, who was just on Black Magic 363, was getting in on about the ayahuasca, the DMT, the mushroom, things that us as a people, what have we done to at least first unlock it, so that if you say, to yourself, well, I don't have to use that anymore. No one said you had to use any of these things. It's just that first you got to unlock it.
Right.
And if you never unlocked it, it's just like saying that you know what sex feels like and you never had sex. You can only tell me what it seems like. You know what I mean?
Right.
Until you go there, you really can't. You know what I mean? It's like not too much you can judge about it. So, to further with that, this expression of what we're seeing on the outside can weigh the factor that too is an illusion of to being a distraction to your own action and how you can magnify your own action. And those who know that we're attracting more of what we need done versus what we want. Like, the wants might not know what the wants are. You know what I'm saying? So when you say I want it, is it a necessity?
Yeah.
When you need it, you should be knowing when you're saying when you need it, you really do. You know what I mean? We're in the time era of Sobek, where the boy who cried wolf, is catching that. So if you've been crying wolf all your time right now, this is your best time to change it, clear your act of not calling crying wolf no more. You know what I mean? See if you can do it on your own before you start calling out to other people. Because they're now feeling the effects of how you might have been taking advantage of us. You know what I mean? So now there's the word, what we call use and uses. Right? Uses, and us, and even abuse. So this would be the reason why all that comes out. So if you look at Cancer, right?
Yeah.
You go up there where Cancer is at. Wherever Cancer is at, right? On its oppositional scale will be Capricorn. So from Cancer, go right across and you'll see Capricorn.
Yeah.
this is explaining, let's say right now, because Capricorn, just based off this regular calendar that you're using right now, we're all using right now. Capricorn season is right now, okay? So with this season happening, you're able to see what type of moon is for that sun, because you have a rising, and just like you have a moon.
Yeah.
So the same thing is going on with you. The world has the same thing going on with it. So while I'm speaking on the moon will only do a 2.5 day travel till it switches up to another moon, to another zodiac. And so as it goes down the zodiac, it'll go from, let's say,
wow, that's crazy.
So we'll go from Cancer to Leo, right? And then as it goes to Leo, by the time the moon is in Leo, we'll be in the sun cycle of Aquarius. So this is how we'll start feel.
Yo, that's crazy. Like, I never seen it. Like, cause you know how, like you said, what you say? You said the Cancer is to the Capricorn, right?
Right.
And you know, mine is my I don't guess you know, but my moon is Aries, and Scorpio is right here, and it's right across from Aries. I didn't know that's how that worked, like that. I just realized that shit. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So whatever.
Yeah, okay, so you said Aries. It should be Libra.
Now,
hold on.
Where's Libra at?
Libra right here. Libra is Pisces.
Yeah. It should be them two. From Scorpio is Taurus. From Pisces is Aries. Pisces is Virgo. From what did you just say? You said what was you just pointing at?
But look how straight of a line it is though. From right here.
The reason why they two are in alignment, bro, is because this is the decision from night and day. You're the decision maker just as much as Aries is from night and day. So that's why when the summer change, right, and it goes into from autumn to winter, Aries is no longer in control of the sun ending now. You see what I'm saying? Aries now has no control of it, and it has to go backwards. So it goes before Aries. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be going to Pisces, and before Pisces, you know what I'm saying? It'll be going before not before. Was that what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
If it was Aries, it'll be before. So no, it'll be Taurus. That's what I should be saying. It should be Taurus, and it should be like time is going backwards, and we're not noticing it, even though we should be noticing it because there's not much sunlight, right?
Yeah.
There's less sunlight on the earth right now, but as time progresses, we'll get more sunlight, and by that time will be speeding up, but we're still going to be using the idea we're going backwards without knowing it. So it's like as if we're speeding up faster without noticing that either. You know what I mean? Like, why did we gain an extra year? Gain an extra hour, and then during the next season, coming to the 3 seasons or 4 seasons to that 5th season, we end up taking it away before that 6th season kick in. That's letting you know we're in a vortex. The same way as that sun that was shining in is like basically like you got a light, right? And to me right now, looking at it without looking on the screen, there is no left and right to it. On this screen, it has a left and a right. So when we're in dimensions, the air or the moisture in that air shows this kind of separational thing that my finger is in it right now that you see on screen that's not up there, not in my face. I don't see that in reality. So
we have dimensions within our dimensions that only a certain amount of eyesight, pixels, we can see these things. Because not all of us are blind. You know what I'm saying? But there is a lot of us that are blind.
Yeah.
And the whole trick or the magic to it is to blind more of us before the more magic starts to kick in. Because it's not really magic. It's just like saying scrolls are not really scrolling. But we use this scroll and it is magic.
Exactly.
You scroll down, up and down this phone, and that's a form of magic.
So, question.
We've been dumbed down by the thought. That's all. Go ahead.
So based off this, are we all the Zodiacs?
Exactly. This would explain the 2011 when the Mayan calendar went down and said it's the end of the most people thought the end of the year when they were saying the end of the eon. This eon represented an age. So from the age of Pisces to the age of Aquarius, we're now acknowledged to the Aztec knowledge that we're getting from the Aztec as ancient as Aztec. Because it's not Aztec, it's older than that. It's the Mayans, it's the Olmecs, it's the She people. We've ran into this head, and the head was of an Olmecian, and of course the Olmecian name is known as the She, and it was more of an older name. It just so happened somebody gave the name Olmec to that name. And so, one who has a head is like a planner. One who has a head is like a priest. So, from the covet of the head on down, we came into those realms, the coveted. So you can see that one knew their mother. They knew their mother for giving them navigation and giving them humility, so that when it's that timing to express oneself, they knew how to do it in a timely manner and shift when it was time as well, because we do have more time zones to express ourselves in, and it doesn't have to be on one platform. This right here helps that, what we call it, you know what I mean? The present. We're a gift. So if we don't look at, this symbolic, the symbols behind the sun and the moon, the sun and the moon is here. We just might not look at it like that. You know what I mean? We might see it as someone who got horns, and there's this, this circle disc in front of us. The same thing about these lotus flowers that's above her. They're expressions of our Eastern, connected to our Southern. And then there's Toph, who they know as Tahuti, with with the ostrich feathers. And this is a symbol like Naburu, how to get back into the head. And he also now has horns on his head. And the horns of his head is a moon. When you put a moon on your head, you connect back to Ra. So Amun Ra. That's him like having an anointed body. So he's in his one of his highest embellishments of himself, and he has this scepter in the hand. That lets us know that women are the ones who hold down the birthing in the birthing canal. So this is why this expression of initiation is here. You know what I'm saying? With the two pillars on the head. The two pillars, and then there's a sable on his head. So, of royalty. This could be men in my end, or it could be someone else. I might be off. I mean? It's just that when I pick up, I start to see it, and it starts to re-emulate, because as I draw it, it started talking to me. And so Tahuti was known as one who gave out the symbols or the sigils. There's a symbol in his hand, a sistrum in his hand. And of course, this is how the young child start to grow up with the nurture of his mother. This is what's missing. The movies are taking this out. They're taking out what we were just talking about, Scorpio, right?
Yeah.
From Scorpio, Libra, and Virgo. These are the missing keys to how did the 13th zodiac get in between Scorpio and Sagittarius when we know that if that's 13, why is it saying Virgo 6, Libra is 7, and then Scorpio is 8? I get 13 in between that. You see what I'm saying? But if we look at reality, 8 could explain death, life and death, right? And so 9 still represents a form of birth. And then there's ways that you got to look at this. This is still going into the step pyramid, right? And we have the stairway to heaven as we know it. And that came through just like the 7 angels or 7 angles. You have a dominion of virtues of powers, and they come from what most know it as an archangel and the angel. Yet the archangel and the angel, that's just 2. We gotta know more of those angels. So those angels that was written. The 3rd one is principalities. The 4th one is powers.
Hold on. Let's talk about principalities. For those that don't know what that is, dive deep on principalities real quick.
Well, just like we found out, like we was having a discussion in Conscious Planet. Go check out Conscious Planet if you haven't. That's the bookstore in Norfolk, Virginia. We was in there having some ciphers, and we were talking about boundaries. And we were saying boundaries. And then a brother was like, well, we don't want to exercise the word boundaries. And he was like, why? Because he was like, because that represents death. And so he was like, can you care to explain? He was like, yeah. Like, you could put a boundary on something and don't realize that, because when, let's say you say I got a gun, right? Mm-hmm. And I lock it up. And I tell you, you can't touch it, right? And I go away, and then someone's in the house. And you're like, someone's in the house. And I was like, oh, go get the gun. And you're like, I can't. You locked it up and told me not to go get it. And this boundary could end up being something that works against you. So that's like what death is. Not saying there's a real death, yet the word depth, learning your depths to a point where if you created a rule, be prepared to face your own rule versus break it. Learn how to bend it. You see what I'm saying? So with that being the case, it's called principalities. The principalities are a reason why certain things got to work the way it does, or how is working the way it does. And so some of us might say, well, I'm based on reality. That's not really principalities. Let's just do it this way. If the trash is in the room, someone's reality might go into sexism, like gender. And so they say the man got to take that trash out. Yet, if there was no man in the house, do we wait still for that trash to get taken out when a man finally pops up?
Right.
That's where principalities kicks in. And you have to go by that because it's going to show you how you won't have to get frustrated. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe it is your turn to wash the dishes and you just forgot.
Type shit.
Yeah, if you, based on principles, you'd be like, look, I still got to get this done. You know what I mean? Yeah, see? And when he's doing this right here, giving you the analogy behind the planets, this also connects back to what we were just getting ready to get into about the angels. Because your powers are based on in your hand. You use a lot of, you know what I'm saying?
Third eye five.
Yeah, exactly. And that gives you of strength. You can express it, and you can pass it on. You can give it to someone. So, and this still goes back to the angels. So I'm gonna just keep on going. The 5th one is virtues. So just like what you said, high five. Usually when you see a child doing their best and you ask them to do it, you can just high five. You ain't gotta give them $5. You ain't gotta go into the bank and tell them you're gonna buy them the best car in the world.
Yeah.
Just high five. Give them the virtues in life. To me, is just like saying having patience for another being. You know what I mean? Like, don't say that the person is not gonna learn. You're gonna stunt their growth. So it's best to be like, one day you're gonna get that joint. It's gonna be a smooth time when you get it. You know, something to where you upbringing them. Our deepest issues we're having on the earth right now is how we keep demoralizing each other. That's even if I'm talking to you, you think I'm chastising you, and I'm not. That's what's sad about. We can't get the information across because we use our emotion to stop the information to get across.
Exactly.
So this is where number 6 come in: dominion or dominations. And if you ever notice that some of us like sex in a way that where we want to be dominated or getting dominated by, and that's where you find out there's a difference in your chakra. Learning your chakras, we have to talk about that on another go ahead. 7 represents your thrones. So how your thrones are basically just like how your thorns are. You're going up a realm, right?
Yeah.
It's just like the same thing as sitting on that realm. So being that you rose as I arose, or a rose being what it is, passionate, there's that too. So how much does passion have compassion? And this is where you get cherubim. You get cherubim and you get cherub. Cherub is the plural version of it. Just like for that, your compassion to learning the good and bad, the in and out. And once that's an accomplishment, there's your seraphim. Seraphim, like the knowledge behind it, the wisdom. So every knowledge 8 to be 9 now, wisdom. You know what I mean? So how you execute. But these were the powers of your angels. And it was from its highest to its lowest. So when someone said they called you an angel, it was actually calling you the lowest of, your highest without even knowing it. So that's why these are necessary to just, take a walk into, so that way you got all walks. If you say you know what I mean? If you like, all right, well, I'm Christian. All right, well, in your Christian field, did you ever look at this? Because there's more than one angel. You know what I mean? And that'll help you out. The ways and waves, if you write this down, one of the ways that we're learning is from inception.
I told you about the waves, y'all. I told y'all about the waves. I just told y'all. But go ahead.
Oh wait, my bad. Not inception, conception, because you had to get con into it first. So it's a conception. We might not know how it started, and so the second one is your inception, because this is how it started. And that's how the W, X, the Y, and the Z was like the add-in of reality, and the woman being the X, or the man being the Y, and both of them together makes a Z. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of confusion that starts with our alphabets. The third one is perception. Once you get in tune with your, your conception, your inception, you'll start learning your perception. What is that regarding regular angels or archangels? Oh yeah, I was talking about all the angels. I already gave you the archangels was the second one. All right, so the fourth one is deception. So you're going from conception, inception, then you have the perception, which gives you a deception. What's now what you thought it was working to be out of the three, the Trinity, you now see about a fourth dimension. And in that fourth dimension, we get a fifth dimensional that I didn't know. So now, how does that work? It's like saying this is the plus sign, right? But when I do it this way, this is the time sign. Now, what can be confused is how the plus can be used as a time sign. Yet, when it's used in math, the confusion starts there. And I know when we said math don't lie, it's not the math, it's the numbers that don't lie. The math does lie. It's the numbers that don't. So we're looking at it, let's say it like this. 0 plus 1 is what? What's 0 plus 1, bro?
It's 1, right?
Yeah. 0 plus 1 is 1. What's 0 times 1?
1. Hold on, you said 0.
Right.
Oh, you said what?
Yeah, you got it. You said it right. Because most people get confused and they say 0.
But yeah, go back to what we were saying last time with the ones and with the equations. It can be it's the same, but it's like they throw the times and the plus in there, but it's the same.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same. It's only if you're confused by it, will it confuse you? And that's what basically amusement, amazing. I'm a son, a Mason, end up where Freemason is more or less to Prince Hall, Freemason, Scottish rites, things of that nature. So this is why we're still in the quest of ions and not knowing where they're coming from. I was on deception, right? So when I was speaking about the times, it becomes a 5. Now, how did it become a 5? Because it's an X. And if I put a box around that X, that's how you find 5 points. This is where the confusion starts, because 2 plus 2 is 4. 2 times 2 is 4. But
Yeah.
2 plus 3 is 5. And then 2 times 3 is 6. This is the explanation of how this has a bottom. And we don't see it because we didn't see it from the top. And so everyone has to see a point in the middle of an X. You got to start using your creative imagination, mama, daddy, and all my brothers and sisters out there. Use your creative imagination and say the center represents a point. Like if I sat down in a chair, it's still, I'm in the 5th now element of the 4 elements. This is how the earth also works with that. This is how your hands, as he's showing you, also work with that. So there's elements in each finger, right? As much as how it becomes all together fingers. And so that's the 5th element. That's how it becomes into itself. So this is where reciprocity, how do you feel about it? You know what I mean? To a point that you might find out something was a interception, like someone got real fast and snatched it up before you even got to touch it, like an interception, a fumble, all those kind of things. Or you might have touched the ball, but you didn't get full contact. Somebody knocked you down, and now they grab the ball. So it's an interception in house 6, because 6 represents the savior side, the Virgo energy. You know what I'm saying? And because we don't really get the mothering and the nurturing like you saw with the baby being in the hand and everything, you might have to do this with an interception. An interception is going within and forget all this outside stuff.
Yeah.
You gotta say, forget, I don't need no milk. I'm gonna drink my spit. I'm gonna just do this on my own survival. Matter of fact, I'm breathing. I don't even need my spit. You're gonna go in. So that's number 7. That's how 7 is the alignment. And then you have how you don't accept certain things. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna cut it off. You're gonna just be like, okay, I'm alleviating that. That's not about what I'm about. You know what I'm saying? And once you do that, because that's like Scorpio, you know what I'm saying? Going into Scorpio. Libra would be the interception, and the Scorpio would be the exception. I cut that. You got to go.
Out of here.
And so now, once you do that, you have an exception. And your exception is your 9-month birth, your non-etheric ways. And it's been bridged through your north, your northwest, your west, your west-east, your east, your south northeast, your south, your north south, and that's how the 7 became an 8. We've been caught into the 4 because it's a north, south, east, and west. It's just a compass. Yet, fire, earth, air, and rain. It's still your fear. So you've been basing your fear on your compass. Because we don't go through the west, I mean the connections of, let's say, north and west together, or east and west together, or south and east together. You know what I mean? This is why we don't see the other sections, because we basically split the 1 when it was 2 in the first place. It's just like this stuff. You see what I'm saying? In between these two is what? Listen, brother.
Appreciate it.
Between these two is what? What we call that?
Space.
That's it. That's it, bro.
That's all true. Oh, goodness. No cap. No
Time
cap.
and space be your own grace. That's where the virtues be coming out. You be like, God dang, that's some phenomenal stuff. Where you get that from? Like, ain't nobody write that stuff down. This stuff was like, I ain't had to write it down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You caught it in the width of the wind.
So let me spice it up a little bit, man. Let me spice it up a little bit. So, do you think there's really compatibility with zodiac signs?
I want to say yes and no. Cause it's a slim chance of how much is it? Because when we do capability and how we think of another, like I was telling you, we get 2 hours of power. Sometimes your favor of the moon in Cancer is not always what you want.
Yeah.
Like, might be a sad day, you know what I mean, for Cancer, and now you gotta learn that part of the Cancer that he was like, we had all capabilities. All of a sudden, when your moon cycle came up, it's
Different.
a lot of rain, a lot of flooding going on. You notice that all our water signs help us with our current.
Yeah.
So now that depends on what type of current. You got a mental current, you got a physical current, and you got a spiritual current. And that's going to help on your etheric ways of, how you see flow. And that flow, going back to that 6 again, how did it come out from the physical? Like, man expresses himself in a 5. So that means his feet and his hands. That's through measurement. How does he see scales? And that's to the fish. He has to measure it. So the same way with Mary is 6, right? So when you say I'm happy, you really marry. You know what I'm saying? And then when someone says I do represents the mantra. Like, everyone has a mantra. And so when you say I do, then you're really saying the 13th zodiac. So you actually are getting ready to, and it feels funky because we don't know we're having a sex change with our mate. So when we're dealing with capability, we might have an exchange with our mate and then realize it. And then you're like, oh, wait a minute. Something just got switched right here.
Right.
And you might not know how to deal with it in the capability that your zodiac is required compared to the zodiac you thought that this one was fully of. And you got to, like, look at how much balance is in that zodiac. You know what I mean? And that's why, like how we talk about the Kemet got a different calendar because they express their solar and their lunar side. See, we're only over here using the Western way of thinking. So we'll say my birthday, and let's say I'm an Aries. So I only got to think about Aries. I ain't got to think about all the other zodiacs. When that's not true. You got all your body parts that you still use. You don't just use your head. Yet, at the same time, we forget about the moon cycle. So if I say Aries, this is my birthday, I'm turning up, are we aware of our Libra moon, their opposition? You know, see what I'm saying? And if we know that, let's say I was born, when I came first into birth, I had a Gemini moon as an Aries. So as it's going to the scales of Gemini as a moon cycle and it's on my Earth strong, I actually get more favor than the one that was on Libra and getting because see, when it's on Libra and it's an Aries, everybody, all the Aries get it. You know what I'm saying? But if it's on my favored Gemini, I get more of that energy that day. We're all sharing energy. So when it comes down to capability, you gotta see how much is that person, even aware of that. That they're sharing their energy, basically. So I know that was long-winded, but I wanted to get to the point so that you see what I'm saying.
Nah, that was a good point,
like,
bro.
It's hard to actually say capability and being compatible, because if I don't know it,
hold on. Did I say capability or I said?
I threw that in there because when you say compatible,
okay.
I gotta know my capability in order to be compatible.
You know what I'm saying? I say.
It's like it won't work. It won't work if you know me as the Gemini Aries, and here come my Gemini Moon, and I don't know nothing about it. I just know Aries. You know what I'm saying? And you be like, dang, this person always thinking a lot, and that would be a Gemini. That wouldn't be really an Aries, even though Aries would be thinking, yeah, it won't be thinking a lot. That's Gemini's position. You know what I'm saying? So, just being aware of that helps more. Like when a being says that they know their chart, there's a way to see how they know it versus you hearing them saying it. You know what I mean? Like somebody says, your representative looks nice. Yeah, because that's your representative. That's not actually you. You know what I mean? So you got to actually put it out there. What is it that makes you, in that capability?
Yeah.
That's how you're going to find out if you're compatible or not. There's some ways that you do work with the science. You know what I'm saying? And the science work in your favor. And once you notice that, like if you do this, put down a tic-tac-toe board, right? And put 1 to 3 at the top, and 4 to 7, and then 8 to 9. What is it? Wait, 4 to 7, 4 to 6, and then 7 to 9 at the bottom. Cross out every number that's in your birthday, so-called birthday. Cross out all the numbers, and if you cross 1, let's say you had 2 1s, you just put an X in it. Or if you had 3 1s, you put an X in a circle. If you got 4 1s, you just X 3 lines in a circle. You can just basically find a way to, if you have more than one number, to remind yourself how many times you crossed into that number. All right. When you do that, you're going to find out so much about yourself on a number way versus, just the Zodiac. There's so many ways to find yourself. You can be like, well, what's the numbers going to tell me? Each number has a frequency. So you might be missing some numbers on that 1 through 9. Now, let's say your best friend come up to you, and you look at your best friend's numbers, and you'll find out there's those numbers you were missing. And you're like, dang, I ain't even know. I could have learned this a long time ago. But you was like, nice to meet you, and man, for some reason we clicked. I don't know why. And then you just separate. You never even figured it out. So there's ways that through the number scale you can find out, through your birthdays you can find out, cardiology you can find out. There's this what is it? I think called 9 integers. It was something about how you can find out the energy of yourself, whether you're a generator or you because the science behind us is that we got stuck by not seeing it in a conscious manner. So now we got to go to the conscious manner and see how it is on a 361 level. Not just 360, but when they gave it the 360, it made it like it's a circle. Is anything made as a circle made by nature? Can you answer that? Can you answer that, brother?
Hold on. I want to really think and other people to think about that question.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Think
You said if nature really produced it, will it be a circle?
Yeah, there you go.
I don't think so, bro.
Yeah, you can get an oval.
Right.
You can get a round, but you're not gonna get it like a 360, like a perfect 360.
Right.
That's why we know the calendar don't match up. Like we're doing 365 days. Shouldn't it be 360 days? Something ain't adding up, right? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even if I said that was 1 degree. But we know it's 10 degrees to each day, right? At least it's supposedly 10 degrees to each day. So we got 5 days that's missing these 10 degrees, which is 50 degrees off pattern right there. There's a 50 degrees off pattern of the days that we have no idea, no clue to. Yet 13 times 28 is 364. When the calendar got switched, they said because it didn't match up to 365. But I'm like, all I gotta do is go back one, and I see why it is not 365.
Yeah.
That's explaining the link to going to the new year. You know what I'm saying? Yet 364 is 13 times 28 days. 13 moons of those 28 days. Not 30, not 31, not 29. If you look at it,
it's only 28.
Say it again.
It's only 28.
Right. If you look at the calendar, look at the months, only 7 of them are 31.
You know what's crazy? Next month, we got 5 weeks. Next week, we got 5 weeks. That's crazy. That's crazy.
This is how they set it up. They get you to not think about it as it's being calculated already. It's been calculated already. They figured out how to put a year ahead of the other year. And Switchbook was 13 times 28 and create a whole other extra days on another month. So that by the time we get to the whole around the world with our moon cycle, we wouldn't know that there was 13 moon cycles that happened. Because you won't see it as a full moon, or you won't see it as a new moon, but yet, in the way they were showing it to you as one of those months was fading out, you end up having 2 full moons or 2 new moons. And you wouldn't even know about it because it's not in every, it's not every month.
Yeah.
So it's something you're not going to pay attention to, as long as you're still not paying attention to it. So the whole trick to it is I got to keep numbing you with it first. I got to keep numbing you with it so that way you'll ignore it.
So am I tripping that, okay, we just had right now is a full moon, right? Where these past day, like yesterday and today is a full moon, right?
Yeah.
But doesn't the full moon come in the first of the week or first week of the month?
There you go.
So they didn't.
There you go.
They done bamboozled us with nature, and right in front of our eyes.
Right in front of your eyes.
On Christmas. And so the gifts we getting is an extra week next month.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Because you was only entitled 4 weeks every month. So now there's a created week in your month, but as I add 2 days here, 3 days to the next month, 2 days 1 month, and 1 day 1 month, and then back to 2 days and 3 days, it's just like you being late for work. You was late for work 15 minutes yesterday. Now you late for work again 10 minutes, and now tomorrow you're gonna be 20 minutes. After a while, that's called sandbagging. You played Tump before, right?
Yeah.
I mean, spade before. You sandbagging. You didn't call all your cards out, but yet this is the extra that's coming out of it, and this is how to create a time frame that not everybody's gonna pay attention to, are they? You know what I mean?
Right.
And this is like a purpose right now. Why eat the coconut meat? So you won't forget. So you stay focused. So you'll know that saturated fats is required versus the unsaturated fats that is usually in meat and in products that's processed. So this is why we don't, pay attention to this, and then we start to just go with the sweet stuff. You know what I mean? Like June can represent life, and it also can represent death. So if we don't know, the honey can also take you to your grave. You know what I mean? So how sweet it is if you don't know your concepts. So it's just the idea that when we're looking at favoring, are we favoring our ancestors? Are we favoring someone else's? And we connected to it? You know what I mean? All right, so if you got your pen out, let's write this down for ourselves and keep ourselves in a reminder. Tahuti. That's the representation of Toph, what you call thoughts, how you create your principles. They are a particular day that is celebrated. That's April 1st to the 19th. And also, this is how you see there's 6 and not 12 of the Zodiac. And also, November 8th to the 17th. And what you'll notice while I'm giving this to you is letting you know that they don't celebrate them once every year. They celebrate them at least twice out of the year. So that's like for us. You wouldn't want to just celebrate your birthday. You want to celebrate your spiritual you got here first before you even said physically I got here. And a lot of us don't do that.
You said you want to celebrate what?
The spiritual awakening. You got here like a month, 3 months in advance. But because we don't do any shadow working to even forgive, like we can't just forget, but we gotta forgive at least so that we can start healing.
Yeah.
Like Jack and Jill went up the hill, yet they didn't go up and heal. You see what I'm saying?
They fetch your water.
Yeah, he done let some semen out and all this other crazy man. I said, oh, it's perverted like a mug. Stop paying attention to what this going on here. We're going to some falaki here. Some foolery here. I gotta work this out. So, yeah, Tahuti is one of those who gave us the symbols and was the uncle, was the grandfather to, you know what I mean? Like a grandfather, I should say.
Yeah.
To Haru. And so Haru is April 20th to May 7th. And also is August 12th to the 19th. And then you have Ampu, which is his basically his brother. And that's May 8th to the 27th. And he is also on June 29th to July 13th.
Right. So look, you have more to talk about on this topic, or we can get into the Christmas and New Year's.
Okay, yeah. As soon as I get this done, I'll definitely jump on that. Seti is happens to be the father of Ampu. That's why there's always been this fight, and we call him Seth. Some people know him as Seth or Set. Seti will be the embodiment of him learning his higher self. So Set is not a bad person. Set is not even a person. It's a deity. It's an energy. It's a nectar. It's nature. It's like something that had to be done. what I'm saying?
Right.
But most people call it death because maybe it was death that had to take it out and start it over again. All right, so Set T is on May 28th to June 18th. Also, September 28th to October 2nd, which explains why they do a little ritual here. We can talk about that later. Basset, most people know Basset. That's the black cat. And now the Basset, if you think about it, is like in like a lion, out like a lamb. Well, let's reverse that. In like a lamb, out like a lion. Now, this lamb is like a representation of a sheep. But at the same time, we know that the lamb is really the ram. So in like a ram, out like a lion.
Yeah.
This is how you go one heart of your head to now the heart in your heart. So your head and heart had to have a balance. And so Basset is known as the cat. Now, if you know Basset, you should also know Sekhmet. In between these two is what we call Mahish or Mais. And Mais is Maahes. I basically was on this brother a lot because I found out he was the helper of those who got raped and those who had hard times with their parenting, and he protects the children basically. And he's the high noon of
Hold
the
on.
sunlight.
Who?
Mahesh, Maahes.
Maesh.
Mahesh.
Maesh.
Like there's different pronunciations written for it.
Let me see if I can look it up.
Mahesh, or it's M-Y or M-I. But once you find him, he's the lion that has two daggers in his hand. What most people don't tell you about is between these time zones where Basset, Mahesh, and Sekhmet, they were all basically in family connection to the Orient. So when we talk about Sekhmet,
you said M-Y?
If you could be M-Y, S-E-S, or M. I seen it written M-A-A-H-E-S. If you put deity or kinetic deity next to it, you might have a better chance. It's deep because the word Ma is in his name. So it helps you learn that this was the lion that most people been talking about, but they ain't give no recognition to. And then he got two daggers, which had me look at low key, and I was like, wow, he got daggers, okay. So he must be a protector of the children without saying nothing. And low key do have a weak heart, but that weak heart is a kind heart. And that's why they'll say, your weakness is your family, when that's not the case, that's your strength.
Something like that.
Nah, they ain't showing it. I mean, because that's the ibis crane. That's tough.
What kind of deity is it?
Kemetic. Or you can put African. Or just put, let's see. You put the letter M, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be based off of that name, but just put maybe my chest. It might be written like that too. M-A-A-S-H-E-S. And then put a lion.
Oh, is it this one right here?
That look like, yeah, that's him. That's him right there. Yep. And as you see him, he has the let you know he's a part of the Western. He's basically a part of connecting the nows back together. With his head being white and red, and then the stinger itself, symbolic to the royalty in that realm. But you can see his headdress on down. He militant, you know what I mean? And then he got the two, you know what I mean? Just like how you think of Shango to Ogun, you know. And he looks like one of those forms of, if it was one of the avatars, he'd be one of the tall joints with the tail and everything. You know what I mean? So it's a lot that when it come down to between Basset in July to Sekhmet, which is also in July to August. Basset starts out in July, but then in September, the middle of going to the 23rd to the 27th of September, and then October 3rd to the 17th, this is where you get Basset. So when we're going into that phase, this brother is the next in between that before we run into Sekhmet, which Sekhmet is July 29th to August 11th, and then October 30th to November 7th.
That's me.
And what got me, bro? Huh?
That's me.
See how that works?
November 5th.
And what got me, bro, is there's another one before Sekhmet that Maash also connects to, and that's Sekir. Sekir is the scorpion. It's a scorpion on the head of a feminine body. I was like, yo, this stuff we learning, man. It's just like so you can better yourself in, because this is all our stuff. We just don't know how to work it yet. We ain't got around the right people yet. Yeah, they coming though. They coming because you asking for it. You know what I'm saying? Sekhmet is July 29th to the August 11th and October 30th to November 7th. So now from here, there's a switch up, right?
Yeah.
And in the switch up, this is where we found the belly at. And the belly represents the now, or we know it as Hopi or Hopi. And that's from June 11th to the 7th. June 1st to the 7th. And June 19th to the 28th. And then you'll notice how, like I said, June the 1st to the 7th, see how they did it in 7 days? And then from June 19th to the 28th, you see what I'm saying? That's 9 days in between that. So there's something going on about how we flip with the energy. September 1st to the 7th also, and November 8th to the 26th. 18th to the 26th. Again, it's like there's a celebrational energy we're not being participants towards, but we doing the jumping over the broomstick, wedding to now we riding on a broomstick in October. You know what I mean? All right, I'm gonna finish. I ain't gonna keep on with them. Amun Ra is June 8th to the 21st. And then there's February 1st to the 11th. Now, Amun Ra, the word Amun comes in a connection with Mut. So if we know from the moon or the sun, we also know the sun has a moon. If the moon has a sun, the sun has a moon. See what I'm saying? So this is how we know that we're flipping back and forth, up and down, in and out of each other. Yet this is a feminine and masculine bonding. After Amun Ra is Mut, which is his counterpart. And that's June 22nd to the 31st and September 8th to the 22nd. Then you have Geb, which would be the mountains, the earth, the Virgo energy. How do we connect back again, which would be February 12th to the 29th. Now, you can imagine why we'd be celebrating during that time. We talking about Black History Month and what's the other one? Was it Valentine's Day? No, we doing ain't that Valentine's Day?
What?
In February?
Yeah, February.
Yeah, all of to Gab, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, we should be connected to the earth, and yeah, you want a heart, you pass it around, it's really the hips, and it's red, and it's not green. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much in the reversal of it. All right. I'm going to keep going. And August 20th to the 30th is also a connection to Gab. Athar is March 1st to the 10th, which is me, and November 27th to December 8th. Now notice how that is the two sections there. November 27th to December 8th. You hear that? All right, so now when I get to this one, we can go in and write exactly what you was talking about. All right.
But look, hold up. What he's really explaining is the Egyptian zodiac signs. These are the original signs before what we got today. You know what I'm saying?
You're seeing it on his layout here on the computer. I know you're seeing it from just put it in the mirror, you get an idea what.
You know, okay. Oh man.
But so I'm on Aset. Aset is March 2nd to the 31st. Now, if you notice, I've already told you Ampu is connected on. No, not Ampu. Who I said? I said no, I did one up here. Oh, no, that was for Brew. Oh yeah, okay. I said Osar is March 1st to the 10th. So now, how do I say Aset is March 2nd to the 31st? So this is what we're now knowing. If not, oh no, this is the 12th. My bad. If we don't know, as we're saying it, why they're connecting is because that's the masculine and the feminine of itself. Asar, Aset. Once the 10th goes away, we're 2 days in the time change phase. By that third day, you're already in the phase. So now our set is March 12th to the 31st and October 18th to the 29th. Also, December 19th to the 31st. This is where the switch up be right here on y'all. This is how I had to look at it myself. I was like, wait, what the? Hold up, she got like 3 times she get the. Oh, here's the math, yeah. Here's the Jesus died on the cross and coming back to life, and it had nothing to do with Aset. Are you serious? You gotta explain this without bringing the Dendera that you just now showing these people. The Dendera, as you're looking at it, they call it the Dendera. You have 2 men, 1 woman, if you ever noticed that. So what they gave you was the north, south, east, and west, making sure that we see 1 line. Not saying it's 2, like 2 men. You have to learn your left and right of your brain. That's basically what that's showing you. Your left and right brain. Learning a woman who can learn her left completely and still be right. And learn her right completely and still be left. That's why there's not 2 of her. There's 1 of her. And then, notice she's standing. They're in a squat position. Because the power she holds is grounding. The best grounder is a feminine energy. However, she can't ground herself. We need 2 masculine men that are 1 feminine, 1 masculine, both know how to be divine in it. So when they bond, it ain't on no homo stuff. It's actually on the bonding to balance it so that she can still have light. If not, we created darkness. This is why we're going through this now. If we don't get this right, which is our year right now to do it, because we're in the 7th year going into the 8th realm. So we're in the 8th realm. We're coming out of the 14. If you look up perpetual calendars, the perpetual calendar will show you that there's 14 patterns that we done did so many times. That 14th pattern, once it goes into a 15th pattern, it's like the whole pattern changed up completely all over again. And not everybody's ready for that. So they don't know how to deal with it. So they'll say that's the end of the year, or that's the end of the world, when that's another point of saying the end of the age. Like, if we are going into, as my brother said, every 25,000 years, it's a change. Not everybody's ready for that because they don't see that. They're looking at, my year just changed from last year. It used to be my birthday was on Wednesday. Now it's on Tuesday. I'm confused. And they're not going any further than that. When it should confuse you, it should have you look at the perpetual calendar. The perpetual calendar will show you where we're at right now on the wide scale versus this, because we have a short-term calendar, we have a long-term calendar, and we have this regular calendar that they put in front of us. And if we're not catching on to it, we've been offset. And you could be upset by being offset. So that's offset.
No cap. And then you take off.
Because you don't want to get set up. They're going to set you up. They're ready to set you up.
Real talk.
Set you up for failure. You see the ball dropping in the so-called year, and that's not the new year. That's a fiscal year. I just explained to us Asar and Aset. When Asar came back to life, right, it was after his death in November 27th to the 18th. To the 8th. So when, to the 18th, when Aset had to take over in that time frame, from that November 27th to the 18th, December 19th to the 30th, she came in and resurrected him. This is how we know by the time we run into Haru will already have his teachings from Tahuti. And how would all of that work out? You know what I'm saying? And it took a minute. It took a minute for them to learn again. So now how did they learn again? Because they had to come through another Asar, which was in March 1st to the 10th, to now another Aset, which is March 12th to the 31st. This is why a lot of people say there's two Jesuses. And you got one in December and then one in Christmas and one in Easter, when they have nothing to do with each other on that level. This is basically how Asar was cut into 14 pieces, because when they were telling you that, they was telling you about the perpetual calendar. Yeah, that's very important. Perpetual calendar.
Perpetual.
13 moon cycle.
What is smell?
13 moon cycle calendar that shows you what type of moon phase we are in. Because when they gave us the Bible, they also gave us the allegory, and they also gave us the astronomy along with the anatomy. So you're in a body part right now. We're all facing a body. Right now, Capricorn is the kneecaps. But we're dealing with structure. We're dealing with bones. You know what I'm saying? And I think, you got that? Krampus?
Mm-hmm.
And so he would be another indication of this Sobek, or the idea of what Capricorn can look like. They took and crossbreeded him with Pan. Pan, remember Pan is the one who plays the lyre? The little lyre thing he plays, you know what I'm saying?
Who?
He's a part of the taking the children away from you, or taking the children to the La La Land. He be one in the closet, and one of them to come with and follow him, and he'll be playing the music like the Piper. You know, Peter is the Piper.
Right. Pete Piper.
So this is another,
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say it's another way of getting Jack and Jill to be cold. Jack is a Frost, Jack Frost. So to make this a part of the cold killing, or a killer, or a murderer, without acting like he's killing, would be to put him in a dark skin complexion, so that he'll be looking like the knight, which of course this doesn't look loyal at all. This looks like a disloyal brother. So they gave him the hair, right? And as we look at the hair represents the goats, the goat's herd, goat sheep, goat's beard. What do you call that thing? The goat's priest something.
What, the beard?
Yeah, goatee.
Goatee, yeah.
Goatee. So you can see that that's there on his face. There's faces. You got the red lips. When you look at black
Wow,
people,
hold on. You just fucked me up with that shit, bro.
yeah,
So you so
yeah,
go T
yes,
goat.
yes,
The goat beard, right?
yes, sir.
I ain't know
That's
that. Learn something new every day. Go ahead, man. God dang.
This is why the Sumerian text was always showing them with the beard. You know what I'm saying? Because the beard represent like a bear or a dipper on this side. So they can't talk about us, yet they gotta talk about us in a way that they ain't talking about us. So they gotta give us an animal in an anthropomorphic style because that's our language. Yet they gotta demoralize it. So the best way I could do it is put it back in your face and make it lesser than where you're at. You know what I mean? In order for me to say that I'm present, even though that's not a present, that's the worst gift ever. Yet they express it every year as if we can't catch up. When that's mustard, not ketchup.
Right.
Notice everything he's wearing. You know what I'm saying? For whatever they put on that animal, because that's mullah that we're looking at. But they're calling it
Moolah. Talk about moolah.
which is still, see how the horns are that I showed you earlier? The horns that I'm showing you right here. See these horns? They took these horns and made them those horns.
Yeah, mocking us and shit.
Yeah, so when we know Capricorn, right? Capricorn going into Aries, there's also Taurus right here. So he wanted the horns up like that. He didn't want you to know it was Aries dealing with that. So he had to still use a two type of horn style without going too deep to let you know who I'm really talking or what constellation I'm talking about. Because I got to get this to go all the way to the bull and not call this the bull. I'm gonna call this the Capricorn. But before you get to the bull, I got to already make sure that you want to get slain like Mithra.
That is a good question. Stacy was like, what the chain supposed to represent?
You said the chain? Oh, you already know slavery. Like we just came out of enslaved encampment and we ran over here to snap some people up. But now, if you really go deep about it, we know it as a pet. See, they created the concept of like he came as a pet. Yet, that's not the real word. The word is patah. So he's Peter, again, by the cross. Peter was put on the cross upside down. So this is another paternal or pattern. So how to change the pattern is not knowing patah. Patah represents your pet or path. So this is like a new path as into molestation or the cannibalism to showing this is the path. It ain't our path though. And then this again with the shackles give you explanation like the daggers I was talking about with Maesh in a way that is like Ogun. So they're giving you the one of diligence, but at the same time the one of rapish.
So what you were saying about moolah? Let's talk. Let's go on that.
It's just like that gold around that belt around them. That sable. What they did about gold was they did the brazen of the cattle. And the brazen of the cattle, like we were talking about with the lamb on the shoulder, well, they were brazen animals. So they felt like brazen animals was not a bad thing. So even though we were looking at our animals as sacred, they were looking at it, well, shoot, we can eat it. And it was like, well, that's not what we have them for. And so there was a difference in how the molestation started to become a part of the generational curse that most of us are still living right now to this day, to where we use blood for sacrifice. We use blood for offering. Use blood for bonding. Use blood for swearing and vowing. And knowing the vows is what changes us in the first place. if we notice, the brazen of the cattle is brought up since the Eurochrist. The Last Supper, where they all sitting there and they got Jesus sitting there with the 12 disciples. Well, he represents the seventh on one end and seventh on the other end. So it'd be 6 and 6 on both sides. This whole connection was to after the Eurochrist, they had a brazen of the cattle, which Moses found out. He was like, yo, y'all actually not doing the right thing, which this is the reason why he was saying it, because they were brazen people. They would put people in a calf or a cow or even a bull, and they'll keep showing it. Some Holy Bibles don't have this as a picture. So we had to use our own imagination to whatever they were talking about. However, some of these Bibles are old enough that where we put our mothers and fathers' names in them, the genealogy was in it.
Yeah.
To even they had stories before the actual Bible started talking. They had the parables of the stories. So they showed us plenty of people who've been in the family learning this about the blonde hair, blue eye, and how he had, you know what I'm saying, some people inside a brazen of the cattle, and they basically were cooking people inside of it. Now, what I didn't know is, as I looked at further study, finding out that they were cooking the people, but the people didn't recognize their voice. So what they did was put, like, you know how I play my flute and things of that nature. They put some kind of tone in the throat, so that by the time they're yelling, they're like, yeah, help! It sounded like woo, woo. And it was like, wow, that's magic. You get food that's cooking that sounds like an actual cow. You know what I mean? You know, I'm paraphrasing on that. However, they cooked the joint, made a feast out of it, had people come around, give it to them for free. Now, come on, you ain't gonna turn down on free food, bro. You ain't gonna turn down on free food. You know what I'm saying? So you got some good vegetables sitting around it and whatnot.
Yeah.
You smell that barbecue sauce on it, you be like, man, this jank smells good. You don't even know what it is, but man, shoot. So they had to get the people to be a part of the sin of us, the sinus. But by our nose, we could smell it. Yet, if I could change the smell by giving it a different flavor, you might not. So that's how another reason of the we call it the smoke and mirrors got displayed in front of us a lot. So when they came up with Mulak was one of those deities, quote unquote, that they worship, and they wanted to start putting, their own type of flail to it to make them say, well, this is why we work, this is why we're getting more power than y'all.
Type shit.
We could get y'all people, and we'll send y'all people that want to just bow their heads to us, put them in here, cook them up for Mulak, which is a bigger actual. They had like different ones too, bro. They had different type of cooking machines where they took the animal's head and then had him like, standing up there like he's the power of power. All they had to do was walk on in there and get burned up. So it was like the Jim Henson, what's that joint called? Jim Jones effect with the Kool-Aid gang. I don't know if you know too much about that, but
I heard a little bit about it.
Yeah, they got them to drink Kool-Aid on some old Christian stuff, and they all died. And it was a bunch of us. It wasn't nobody else but us. I was like, wow. But that's the silent assassin. We got what we call the creed, the Assassin's Creed, to where we'll go out and do a meritorious manumission to get rid of us. And we'll get the extra bucks or whatever. As long as we get the bucks, we don't care. We don't have no heart, so we'll do it. So this is like that same concept that you're seeing right now in front of you.
Yeah.
Krampus was put out there so they can have you escape the October 2nd festival that they do from October 2nd all the way to December. They have what they call Where the Wild Things Are. You heard that book? Where the Wild Things Are?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have this book, but the book is a real life situation they do, whether it's in UK, other places, they take animal costumes, put it on themselves, and act like they're this wild animal that does crazy things in nature. You know what I'm saying? They want to build the power up. So they go from October, November, and then to December. And what we're unaware of is how much that can generate power. That's why I was giving y'all the Tahuti, the Haru, the Ampu, all of those time lineages in your month where they're sectioned off, where you actually connect back to your ancestors on 2 particular times. It's not just 1 month that we connect back to them. It's like twice within, you know what I mean, before the end of the year. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I gave you all 12, but out of that 12 is giving you like a 24 idea on how to like connect back to your ancestors and how to, you know, chime in when it's time. So that you won't feel like the off-grid that they created on us, because that's the downfall. The downfall is that we be ignorant and not pursue ancestral background. Our ancestral background is laid out in so many things and so many variants that all you got to do is center home in on a couple of them, pull yourself back out, and look at it on another wide scale and see how it matches up to something else.
Right.
And then we finally start to see like how I like Buddha. Buddha is not just one type of Buddha. There's different types of Buddhas. So it's not like, oh, I'm gonna have you be in a religion. It's not even a religion thing. It's more like it's the way of yourself. And once you find principles, as we said, principalities, you'll feel better. You won't have to say, well, I gotta be masculine in order to be learning Tai Chi, or I gotta be feminine in order to do Tai Chi. You know what I'm saying? You might just do it because you want to exercise. You want to get your body right. And that's the principle.
Look, I want to see if you know who this is and what's your take on it. Oh, shit.
And for those who don't know about Nekabet, please look her up. She's the actual deity that's usually left out in the Kemetic talkings. Nekabet is also connected to Aset. Most people hear her as Nephis or Nephis, but they want to explain her as this is her seductive side towards her political side. And that's why you see the woman split as 2. And if you look at Moonlight, that's going to help you as well learn about Khonsu. Of course, they kind of make him look like a bad character in there. Yet, if you look at it more clearly, Khonsu is like the vibration that comes from it is the learning of Sekhmet, how he got in as a brother, and how he's connected through with Ptah. Ptah is Sekhmet's counterpart. So if you think of Ptah, like how they were showing with the Peter character being Krampus, they had to demoralize Ptah. That's why they had him looking like that, you know, with no clothes on, things of that nature. And usually, you know, if we have no clothes on, it's because we're more natural, not being more unnatural. You see what I'm saying? It's like an idea to pervert the message so you won't learn it from the Messiah. You think of it as it's a message.
So this what's the name? Pat?
Marduk.
Huh?
I said it look like Marduk.
It kind of do, but it's Pazu, something like. Hold on, let me see.
Okay.
Pazu, the Mesopotamian. Yeah.
That's good too, bro. Because if you look at that in the Sumerian text, this still gives you the winged god. They're giving you the 246. My brother Jeff Ponder, we call him the Minister of Information, MOI. He did this also. He was showing about this, and he was giving us analogy on that part about the wing, having wings on the back, and you see that there's not 2 wings, it's 4.
Yeah. Facts.
And so this is like the representation of a 2, 4, and then the arms and the hands would be 8. So it'd be like one having 8 parts to the body. This is like saying another Shiva. When you look at Shiva, Shiva moves so fast with the hands that it could be 1,000 hands. And so this is another representation of that. You know what I'm saying? An angel and an angle energy. But if you look at the cherubs or the cherubims, this would be like the same aspect of how they started out from learning Enlil and Anunnakis and how that worked with Elohim. The Sumerian text is so deep right now, I'm still breaking that down because from what they don't say, we have to learn from because it's not written.
Yeah.
And then what they did right looks garbity. It looks like gerbil, lettering. Like somebody's plagiarizing with it. So it's hard to go by the details that they put next to it. However, their drawings are still phenomenal.
Facts.
And you can tell. Go to Black Adam, right? And in Black Adam, they give you that same picture, but he's gotten it's showing was it Enlil? Enlil with it might be Inky. He has a pineal gland in his hand, and it's like he passing it on. Yet they don't go into detail in the conversation because it's I think her name is Amina. She's the one who's like talking throughout this whole thing. She's a Pisces, and so they go into the Zodiac. You check the Zodiac out. That joint makes sense too. But she's in there, and her son is Amun. So her son is, you know what I mean, the connection to her being Mut. But her name is Amina. So I was like, yo, they're going deep. And then, I gotta see there's the little basset. Now, this is the reason why we talking, for real.
He said, this is why we talking.
Yeah. Santa Claus, the elf, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They had to use that beard right there on his face, bro. They couldn't do nothing. They can't outweigh that. So they had to do it on a quarter and a $1 and try to make sense, but it can't even flip the quarter.
Yeah.
Not a quarter of our mind. Now, but this stands out too much. We know this is Bas, and you got the Bas relief.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it gives you more of that connection. They call them in a derogative of the pygmies. So when they found these little people, they wanted to make mockery out of them, even though they were like strongest on the planet. This is the first being on the planet.
This one right here.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah. He's the first being on the planet. And there were so many of them. This is why you see it in the Wizard of Oz. This is why you see it in the Wiz. They want to show them, but they don't want to show them having any type of strength. So they're always, put them in some kind of form of a mockery. So they will think little of them as well. That's propaganda. The media showed us propaganda so we wouldn't know, our true calling behind this.
So this go with what you were saying about small is big, big is small.
There we go. Because if you look at the Tartarians that we were talking about with the empire, this is how they got their empire. It was through the what they call the Twa, the TWA, Twa, Semi-Twawi, Semitwa, Twawi. These are the Twas. So the Twas help show how to make something from a small scale to the biggest. That's why pyramids were built, and it was like, how you get that built so fast? And this is what time was and how it represented. Like each cube, like if you look at it for real, the cubes that I was speaking about in this, well, I was talking about, oh yeah, let me go back because I don't want to go too far. At Black Adam, going to the Black Adam, and you notice how it seems like they talk about Mexico. Even though when they show the mountain that they supposed to have climbed, that I guess was Moses supposed to climb, or whoever, they're showing this mountain of Israel, and they got it looking like the mountain that they supposed to been climbing in this movie of Black Adam. Yet they didn't go into detail where they were at, and so it have you think Mexico. There's a lot that's going on in this movie where it's like, yo, these people. And then the first person that comes to Black Adam as him first appearing was a brother who says amigo and speaks in the Latin term. And like all the mercenaries that was supposed to take care of, like get rid of anybody who was in there, they were all from a different nationality. So that's letting you know through all the nation of the people, the one who ended up touching him was a Mexican. So I'm like, look at this. He might not even be Mexican. It's just he had the Latin, lingo.
Yeah.
Needless to say, what was it, Area 51? We heard something about a plane landing, falling down in there, and nothing's talked about it anymore. Stuff like that. Like, and for the Twa is people who migrated all over the planet, and they wanted to make sure they were wiped out all over the planet. So they looked for anything that was described of them. You know how you got a signature on something?
Mm-hmm.
They vandalized it. So that way you wouldn't know that they even existed. And what's so significant about it, we had a brother who came to the bookstore, right? And he was like, yo, these people not only exist, they come out and they make stuff. I said, what? I was like blown away him even talking about this. And I said, okay, so you mean to tell me you saw him? He was like, if they see you, that's one thing. But if you saw them, that's another. If they see you, they put you in a trance and have you like either go back to sleep or they have you end up doing work for them. So there's a way that we speak is different because we don't use the same tones as they do. Just like if you're in a different tribe, they might do clicks in how they talk. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But where they were at in location, where he had spotted them at, was in Hawaii. And he said there's many stories that they talk about of them popping up in Hawaii, and it'll be like when nobody's up, they might be over here working on some kind of like technology or whatnot. And once they know that you was around, like I said, they put a little spell in, make you go back and lay down. You forgot what you was looking at. So it's like an MIB kind of thing going on. And it makes sense because, like I said before, I remember them, the head, and I remember people putting it back in my face as a cartoon. That was the Papa Smurf on the Smurfs. And then they had this joint called the Gnomes. And then they had this other joint called the Littles. So there's certain little animations they will put back in our face to kind of get us familiar with their stature. Just end up making it as if it's them though, instead of it's our culture. But you definitely can find this in Kemet. They got his head like they do the Olmec head over here in America.
Yeah.
Mexico. The same thing they got over there, they just got as a head. So it's like you're seeing the builders, they don't have to say their name because this one face, it fits like how we have one owl and it's like all the other owls. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel like when it came down to the Democratic and Republic, they used that one face and said, these are all the people. Versus that's really all the people. That was just actually one face.
Right. He done became the one.
But yeah, this brother here is where Amina, if you look up Amena, she's the actual goddess that learned from the you might as well call her a demigod concept because she started to learn what they were teaching her. And that was the folklore. That was the dance. That was the beauty of wearing the makeup. I know, like a lot of our women love the makeup, and if y'all look at it, y'all really doing the Asians style. The Asians had the eyelashes before y'all did.
For real.
So we're imitating their style. Like, you already had the eyelashes. Y'all didn't have to emphasize the eyelashes. So what the Asians had to do was emphasize the eyelashes because they had no eyelashes, not like that. So they had to actually express what wasn't there.
And they extended that jump.
Yeah. We're copying people who we don't need to copy. Like, we didn't have to have our sister put a brassiere on to make her hips look bigger. We didn't have to make her stomach look small to make her hips look bigger. This style came from them. This is where they wanted to figure out how to make a line stretch, basically.
Take deal.
Same way with the timeline. Why did they put 2 1s without putting a 0 in the middle? Because that's a stretched timeline. That's not saying they're wrong for doing it. It's like you're looking in a dimension. You're just not knowing where the dimension started or ended at.
You said what's her name?
Amina, Amena.
A-N-A?
Yeah, like Amen, but just put an A in at the end. You usually can tell who she is because she usually has a jewelry in the front of her face, and she usually have a headband. And more than likely, she's always turned sideways, and then she's always dancing. So they'll have her hardly with no clothes on, might have something around her waist, and she's dancing, or she's playing the instrument. But it made Amina like it was one person. Amina is like a lot of the women who basically learn, they learn how to love, basically. They learn how to love through music, through sounds, through the vibration, through the pulsation.
They're not pulling her up.
Maybe put African Amina. And sometimes you gotta word it a little different so you can catch it. Or African dancer Amina. Maybe put it that way. I should say would be demigod, but demigod next to it. Yeah, you find out that the energy of our mothers has been diluted a little because of that not being expressed a lot. And usually when we are taking stuff out of context, we start to feel the lesser of that. That's like saying junior and senior. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm a senior to my junior or my father, I'm going to feel lesser than my father. So I'm not going to actually, get as strong as my father. I'm going to be feeling lesser than him. And if he feel less, then we both in trouble. Because I ain't got but so much from him there. So that's why there is a difference of learning how to come out of what we call the box or the circle. Yeah. And so for her, as Amina, she showed the other sisters or other sisters on how to groom, how to touch, how to the massage part. Like when you look on the wall of Kemet, you can still see them learning how to massage people's feet, doing reflexology. Maybe you gotta put dancer.
Yeah, it's a African dancer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that.
A comedic African dancer. Because what they might show you is like a regular woman, but she came from the time of their time. That was something they just put on the wall and kept it going. And no matter what, it was like you might run into another Amina from different sectors, showing these people and what do they do. And I know when the TCooke got to it, they were saying that was a slave. But there's no way she could be a slave if she don't have any shackles on her arms or nothing. And at the same time, she has what we call a sable on the head. That sable on the head was like the first indication to let you know that she had some form of a royalty level she living off of. And then they usually wear like big bangle earrings in their ear. Yeah. That's the other thing that gave us the indication to know that they're on a higher royalty than average. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she ain't pulling up, bro.
I mean, you letter the AMENA?
Yeah. Oh, hold on. No, that's Almond Ra. Yeah.
Comedic dancer. Oh, you could put. Okay, so it could be said Amina or Amina. So it could be AMINA or phonetics. It's always in the phonetics that they play around with it so much.
All right, we might be on to something.
Oh, Aminta is another one. You could put a T in there. Do you have a book with the picture? I do not have the book with the picture. Let's see, where did I see it at? Yeah, I don't have the book with the picture with me. I'll definitely have it on the next round.
This ain't her right here.
Yeah, if you or put Boss along with Amina or Aminta and see if they pop up together. Because what we find out is, like I said, Boss was the one who taught her. And so for
Boss, the BES or BAS?
BES. And that's another phonetics. When they interact, the A to be an E. You know what I mean? When you ask the computer of today's time, they might switch it. Just because of that. But yeah, like I said, the 4 feet or higher, they were the knowers of that type of balance. Whether it came to dancing, playing the harmonic connections. So they passed it on as what we call the rites of passage. And so it was the feminine energy that got to gravitate towards all of that because of their virtuous, movements, their virtuous expressions. So as far as folklore, they were able to still show the progression. Like if I was talking as an older man, right, she'll be able to say what I'm saying by her body movements. And that became how the expressions became body talk, body language. You know what I mean? Like, we put it on the walls, yet if you look at it, how the walls express the dance. But sometimes we don't know that the dance is what they were giving you, the expression in it that was needed and necessary. So you have, just like in Qigong deals with you doing a type of movement that's going to help your body be relieved.
Yeah, they ain't showing her, bro.
Say again?
They not showing her.
All right, that's no bother. We can find it. I'll find it for you when I come back to you again.
Bet.
But that one is a major thing when it comes down to seeing how Amina was another connection to what we know as Het Haru. Now, Het Haru is the cow god. So you see her, or cow goddess, and you see her with the head of a cow concept. See how they made Best face look? It was like trying to distort Beth's face to make him look more like a troll or looking more like, you know what I mean, some kind of alien.
Type
See,
deal.
Venus Hottentot, that's up there too. So that's showing you Sarah Bartman, how the small people were not just small in body-wise, but the stature, which they were also big in other parts, like, you know, the hips, and how that was connected. You see people in that life that helps us see more to it than ourselves, because we be missing our lives through other people. So that's why it's important to run into these people again and be reminded that not to forget, because the whole focus was never to forget, and we keep forgetting.
Yeah, we here to remember, right? We're here to remember what was here before us. That's why we really here, y'all.
Yeah, that's called present.
Cause then,
You the best gift ever.
cause then, when your time is up, that's when you're gonna be judged upon, right?
Yeah, your feather has to be light. Your feather has to be light, just like your heart has to be light. And if it's not, then it's because of the things that we've been doing here on the earth. There's, like, how we call it, mischief. We've been causing mischief on the earth. And we don't want to keep that going. And so we got to come up with, you know, the childlike abilities. A lot of us didn't see the childlike abilities, and we've been blaming everybody else on that. There you go. That's Hathor, what they call Hathor, Haru.
Right.
And so, like I was saying, there's an induation, which is the overflow in the calendar that the Kemetic calendar is used by. And then there's a going forth by time, the planting. And then there's the deficiency, which is the low water. So between all of these, this here, the cow, gave us sacred nurture. So when it came down to, they calling her succulent and as the little the succubus, they switched the game up so that we wouldn't think that she's a nurturer. So this one is the nurse, which, as you see her ears looking like how you can see the ogre, how they created an ogre, and had that green, you know what I mean? When we know that we were having higher ears because of, just like you ever looked at the hippopotamus, where the ears are? So this would be the same in the hippo style, bringing this acknowledgement that we had anthropomorphic ability. So just like how you know Mame Wata, she's known as look like a squid or octopus.
Right. There's also Ashura.
This would be the same way.
Also could be named Ashura.
Yep, that too. So you'll find out that around the globe, a lot of us got the familiar messages. This one so happens to be like the divine cow, the cow of divinity. So when we weren't able to drink from mother, we had to drink from another mother. So like an earthly mother. So we had a heavenly mother and an earthly mother. Man is connected by a heavenly mother and an earthly mother. This is why women, as some of us as women walking around here, y'all don't like the fact that we are still catering another woman even though we're looking at you. That's the issues that's going on. And this is why we haven't picked our Magi up. Our Magi can't get up because of what we call butt breaking. And society has shown how to butt break us real easy. We don't have to be married to you, and we don't have to be living in your house. All these, we don't have to do things. When you're saying, well, yeah, you're supposed to, and yeah, you're supposed to take care of your children, And yeah, you a grown man. And then it gets to, well, grown men don't cry. And there's these other parts where you like, whoa, wait a minute. So now we don't know how to live our own life because we're dictating other people's lives. And when Hathor came into, or Haru came into people's lives, it was so that they could ease their mind off of what their lives were already capable of doing. We done made this Hathor and the nurse or the maid. So now she's a mermaid. And they made the mer a maid. Mer represents love. So they made love a maid. So now I gotta be made. And I shouldn't be made to love you. I should be just loving.
Hey.
And when I'm loving, you want that love because I'm that loving.
Hey, you hit it on the spot, boy. Wow, yo. Wow.
Yeah. This is where the
tough.
Intelligence kicks in. This is where, like my brother said, my brother was like, well, how do I find my beautiful sister that's looking for me and blah, blah, blah. He's like, look, don't be looking for her. Just light up. She'll come to you. You see what I'm saying? And if you know that you're that bright and that much of light, it don't ever go dark. You know what I'm saying?
Talk to him.
It don't ever go dark.
Yeah.
So it's just the idea that we are relentless beings doing what we're supposed to be here, capable of doing, being present. And because we have a compassion for that, you know what I'm saying, this changes the outlook from just having passion or I don't have neither one of them. I'm adopted. I was speaking to a sister yesterday. I said, if you think about it, adopt is different from adapt. Now, what's your thoughts on that? Adopt is different from adapt.
Because adopt is you. Hold on. Adopt is like. Is it like you taking or you
Okay.
You more so.
Nah, that's good.
That's good. Okay. And adapting is you trying to become one with your environment and where you at.
Okay. Becoming one. I ain't gonna put that try in there. We're gonna get rid of that word.
All right. Yeah. Fast.
We triangulating. You know what I'm saying? We triumphant. You know what I mean? We ain't trife. But yeah, you actually becoming one. So adapt is like you a graduator of yourself. You see what I'm saying? But if you was an adopted energy, that means you had to take this energy. It's not even yours. You see what I'm saying? And you don't even belong to you. You just take it. This is where the Darwin's theory of the evolving. Well, we evolved so much. Hold on, how did we evolve? If anything, something was taken away from us, and we had to adapt. We could never adopt anything. But yet, if you forgotten, you would adopt. Because something was taken from you right there. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the mentality. That's your brain. That's your forgetfulness concept. Want to forgive and forget, but you really forget before you forgive. That's the docile side. So, like the marriage, like saying I marry you. When we say I do is the 13th zodiac. I am is Aries. I have is Taurus. I think, which is I thought, because that's what thinks becomes a thought, is Gemini. I feel, which is Cancer. I will, which is going to be your determination, is your Leo. I analyze, which is Virgo. I balance, which is Libra. I desire, where you find out how desire can kill, then is I relate. Because there's a level to Scorpio.
So let me get back more on Heather, right?
Dang, man, but almost done.
Oh yeah, okay, go ahead, man.
Alright, so 10 would be 9 was Sagittarius, I use. And 10 would be Capricorn. No, 9 would be Sagittarius, I see. 10 would be Capricorn, I use. 11 would be I know. 12 would be Pisces, because 11 was Aquarius. 12 would be I believe, but the I believe is not really I believe. See, they added more stuff to it.
Yeah.
It was I be, then it was I be live. So that's how that got confused. So by the time we get to this mystery house of 10, 11, and 12, which is Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces, by the time I got to 13, you're already confused. But the word for 13, the Zodiac of Ophiuchus, which is Mami Wata, is I do, which is back to this sister right here we're looking at. Hey, Haru, how would you bond with yourself? That's the 6 and the 7 bonding. 6 Virgo, 7 Libra. How do they balance into each other? Because it's a masculine and it's a feminine masculine put together to bond to make divinity. So this picture is like a independent mother without a father needed. So this is how she became a nurse, came around being Nurse Nanny, Nurse Nancy, and also a Nancy, the spider. When you use this symbol, you'll find out there's a lot more to it. Because you can see Starbucks got it.
Mm-hmm.
And they want to keep expressing Avatar in your face for some reason. Well, you know, this is also that same connection.
They basically letting us know that we are avatars without really saying it.
Yes. And because thus the giant people and the small people is showing in that, and the 1 and the 2. You have to go and look at both of them. And they actually showing you more in the 2 because they got someone around the tall people. So that you can see what a small person looks like around a tall person. Even though they did show it to you in the first one, it was just in combinations. You had to figure it out. Because our perceptions are based on different ways of looking at things. The world can be flat, even though we say it's round. Yet our eyes are round, even though we see things flat. Yeah, I had to let that sit for a second.
Yeah. That shit said.
He said, no man can draw a straight line and it be natural. I said, dang, that's profound right there, bro. That's profound. He said, you can't go straight and make it to the destiny you thought you was going to go to because you went straight. You're going to have to take a left, you're going to take a right, you might go up, you might have to go down. You're not going just straight across. Even when I throw something, I got to lob it up. You know what I mean?
So that means there's no such thing as a straight path.
Yes, absolutely. Because you use your left and your right foot to walk. You don't just use your left or just your right.
Right, so you lean into the left, then you low-key lean into the right. At the same.
Yeah, there you go. You might even have a pimp walk to it. A swagger to it. You might have a dirty walk with it.
And for all the ladies that got them hips and a nice bottom.
Yeah, you got the apple bottom walk.
Oh, for real.
the dynamics of how the balance is, because of its off balance creates a balance. And that again was a depiction of why this woman had the balance for a man, because if his counterpart didn't even have the milk, this woman ended up having the milk for that woman's child. That lets you know, as much as I love us as men, I could not love us as men as women love women as women. And that's just the plain hard truth to the whole matter, because I don't take care of a child. Well, I don't even take care of a child. I take care of my child. But yeah, that was crazy. She knew you had to go work in the field. So she said, if you got to work in the field, I got to help you want to keep continually wanting to do that. I give up. This is torture. I'm getting hurt. I'm ready to go. I got to get out of here. Matter of fact, I'm splitting between these two because I don't want to deal with this stuff no more. What we find out, the midwives and the doulas are now getting paid for what they weren't getting paid for. And now, because of what we weren't doing enough of, that's why they got to get paid for it. The same with the drummers. There's drummers out here who, through time, y'all didn't pay them. Y'all was actually paying them at one point. This is a healthy exchange. And I remember myself, I'm willing to even jump in and drum. There's several times that there's not one payment, nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I had to look at it like this. My ancestors got my back, as had Thor. Her ancestors got her back. She's not going to look for you to pay her. You think if I'm going to wait for everybody to pay for me, I'm going to be rich? That's what I'm waiting on to be rich? I'm already rich. I'm making my mind. So the things that we do are priceless. I had someone say, well, what does it take for you to be free? No, how much does it cost to be free? I said nothing. It should cost nothing to be free.
Right.
Okay. Because if
we out here buying. God damn it, man. We just out here buying.
Say again?
I said we just out here buying for this freedom, man. We just buying and buying.
Yeah, like it was supposed to. One day I was gonna be free. One day I was gonna be free. When? When is it gonna be? You waiting on that one day? Gosh, oh my! It gotta be a one day. Dang. You're gonna be free one day. Back to not being free again. Worked 12 years to get that one day of freedom. Now you get back to work. Get back in that field.
Can your ass back down there, man. You ain't learned your lesson yet. Can your ass back down there.
Now look how much is the syndrome. Because we take a day off because it's Christmas.
Mm.
Now you feel weird because you're going back in again.
Right.
Like, man, this day was good because I had a day off. Oh, that was official day off. Everybody had a day off. But did everybody feel like they were on a day off? Did it feel like, man, I'm isolated? Man, I'm stuck. Man, I gotta stick with these children for today. Dang, I wish I was at work. You'd be like, dang, brother said he wish he was at work.
That's wild.
That's it. You got that slave syndrome knocked on you.
But look, let me get back into
Come on out.
huh?
No, I said that's just the key. You gotta come on out the box.
Yeah.
You gotta go to, bookstores at that time. Learn something outside of that dimension that we get stuck in so much, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like my brother said, do I have a book or a picture? Shoot, I got the store. Come on in the store. I'll show you all the books and the pictures.
Yeah.
Conscious Planet. Let me write it down for y'all. Because all I had to do was gravitate to the self-book improvement store. And once I started doing that, I had a happy divorce. It was no longer a sad divorce. I was sad at the beginning because I didn't want it to happen. But just like a breath, you can't keep it.
Right. So look, let me get back to Heather, and I'm gonna wrap it up because this jank about to die. So Inky and Namu leads the Great Bear constellation. Follow me now. Follow me. Which the Pleiadians, where the how you say it, Pleiades?
Pleiadians, yeah.
The Pleiadians, which the Pleiadian constellation is in the Bear constellation, right?
Yeah.
So to go to the Pleiadians to execute what is planned by Marduk, I'm saying it right. Mm-hmm. They must create tremendous amount of I'm trying to say this right. Amashtum priestesses. I think I'm saying it right. Is AMASHUTUM. These are priestesses who will help them in their work, right? They created 82 of them to work the land and plantation for the part of small cattle and others. And this Amishtum have a great power that was allowed to clone and under certain conditions and on Earth and in the universe. Well, the end of the end of the universe. It comes and falls in the circle of Indandra. That's why Indandra. Am I saying it right? How you say it?
How you letter it?
Huh?
How you letter that?
No, it's the temple. Dandra, Don. Dendandra. Dendira.
You can say Dendera or Dendera.
Okay. So it comes in full circle with Dendera, that they go from one star system to another. So these 7 goddesses, which represents the Pleiadians, that the system was used in a ceremony to activate through sound, and they all played a system that brings the Pleiadians on Earth. The temple itself, which is Dendera, gives off a frequency that are some electromagnetic fields in certain parts of the temple. Hador represents our connection with sound. Hador is the mother. That is why you will see her as cow ears and horns. So the 12 is the most important code. 12 faces the planet, faces the 12 constellations, represents the power of self being imprinted in reality. For the spirit is to burn and have to go through the 12 phases of the universe. So, which really breaks it down to what we was talking about, 13, because the man or woman in the center and everything else outside of that in the zodiac. So the 144 align with the 144 vibrations. So it's gonna be. I wish I was at the TV. So you're gonna have the triangle. Just see, I'm creating this triangle. 144 vibration, 144 energy, 144 matter, which equals 432 hertz, which is the heart, of the mother. Basically, the temple stands for what I put down in the notes. Oh, tool to open up everyone's kundalini. Cause everything and every matter has a kundalini that needs to be awakened.
That's right.
And the temple was the last feminine temple to still exist to this day. That's how powerful that jank is, man. So
yeah, and just recently they just found the temple of Saqqara. So Saqqara being wisdom. You got the cat and the catfish. When you hear about Asar, you hear about the cat now being a fish at the bottom, eating the last portion of Asar, which is the 14th piece. This still connects in reference towards the feminine energy being Mut, M-U-T. So we got Mut as in Mut Nature, or Mother Nature. M-U-T is how death can end up existing. And so this word Mut was also connected by Wapanah, which they also gave this as a reference towards, as I was speaking on Anpu.
Yeah.
How Anpu existed, but it was existing through Set as the brother. Now, what's so deep about Haru or Hathor is the fact that this still goes back to the mermaid and how I was saying, like, let's say Virginia, they have mermaids all in Norfolk, but then you go to Virginia Beach, you got Neptune, which is like saying, here's the man, here's the woman, but we got a bunch of women and one man. What you said about the seven represents the chakras or Shakti. Yet between the 7 is an 8 and a 9. That's why they became Enads or Enades. But this is how you have the black and the white. The black will be at the bottom. Like if the light was above you, the black will be at the bottom. So this light represented the white, even though it's not white at all. Is the absence of color. And then you have what color comes out of the spectrum, which is the black. So that's why 7 is in between that. Now the 4, which I was saying earlier about how they got 7 months and 4 months that's not even right, and then there's the 1 month that's right and exact. That's in February. That's why I was explaining all that I was saying earlier about the certain days that you can go by to connect back to your ancestors. And when I was speaking, I said Amun Ra is in February 1st to the 10th. And then after Amun Ra, February, after February, of course, we go back to Asar. Yet the explanation between, it would be Geb. Geb would be, how did you connect back to Geb, which is the earth? How do you connect from the moon, which a moon is one thing, but then Ra is the rays. So how do you raise your energy back up? And that's how you find out during this constellation of Pisces, when Pisces go down, start to come back up, is after February. We're going to March, and how March is where you're going to see the sun now rise back up, and now you get more longer days, and that's that connection. Same way with the siren. The siren is the representation of Haru or Hathor, the siren is when we start to hear more music play around when he's now dead, as they say, Amun Ra to now Asar, and now he coming back to the earth. He's like resurrecting. So this is why we get springtime. That's why we get the feathers, or should I say I call them feathers, but it's leaves back on the earth. They're like feathers coming back to the earth. You know what I'm saying? And then the insects, they all connected to Mut Nature or Mother Nature. So this connection to Haru is one who has a hat as Haru now knows the hut. So it's not just a house of Harus, it's the great house of Haru. And that's the embedment of knowing his father, where he come from, the raw energy, the Ray and the raw energy. Ray is R-E, raw is R-A.
Which is me.
So put them together, you got rare, R-A-R-E. So you got to become a rarity energy. So as this comes out, you like a flare of energy. You express yourself, not 9 months, not 10 months, a 13 zodiacal wheel of yourself. As you saw up there with the Dindara, there's 4 of the women and there's 8 of the men. What they gave us was the 7 of the women, and they reversed it so that we see that we gave ourselves, well, she gave herself a child. That child was not a representation of a man. That child was a representation of a masculine. What we've done in society, reversed it and said the sun is S-O-N, not an S-U-N. So this is why we get the different ciphers of the actual 3, because if you think about it, it's 3 months. 3 months to one of those sun cycles. So it's been not only split, it's been diversified to have us think it's a masculine sun when it's a feminine sun. And the masculine moon is a feminine moon. And to reverse it first is to see how, if it's a low tide, then it's a mid tide, then it's a high tide. That's why it became 3. The 3 was the split off from the masculine, or I should say feminine, masculine, feminine, because it's going to be that. That's how it really works. Like, you can't come into this world unless you have feminine first to now be masculine. You see what I'm saying? You and me, bro, we had to have a feminine connection first in order to say, okay, I'm gonna be masculine. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, at the same time, you masculine, but now you gotta be divine in order to continue to live. Like, some of us don't live past 80. Right? And it's because we got into the drinking, we got into the partying, we got into the shortening our lifespan by the ejaculation. What Hathor showing us is that she's a nurturer. She's not a prostitute. She's not someone that you just push to the side and make her a sub wife. She's like the one, you know what I mean? Which is the one with the ones. So when we say the one, we didn't say the one only. What society did was, like, the dollar bill said one without having an S on it. You notice that, right? It says one. They don't say ones. They don't have an S on it. So it's already telling you I'm in charge. Ain't nobody else above me. When that dollar was made, was it in their intent not to write it as more? Because if that's just one, how come 5 is different from 1? How come, matter of fact, did you know there was a $3 bill?
Nah.
See, did you know there was a $2 bill?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know that the numbers do switch. But yet someone keeps switching the number, not saying that to the rest of us that they can switch the numbers if they wanted to. So there can only be the 1. But 1 represents Neo. Neo also represents Oni. Oni is Yoni without the Y, though. See what I'm saying? So if a masculine jumps in front and says, I'm masculine, I am the 1. Where's your 0 at? Oh, shoot. I ain't put that there. So now, when it rolls...
He said, where's your 0 at?
I'm just saying, because if you roam, you doing like Rome. Like a phone can roam, but now you romanticizing on something. This is how you brought the numbers down to 1 and went back up 1, but you ain't show no 0. You're escaping something that's your ego. You're escaping only to find out your ego. You can't run away. You can't run away from your shadow. Your shadow's still on you.
Right.
If I had all the lights on, my shadow's gonna be under me. But if I walk in a room where there ain't no lights on, guess what? I'm gonna have to start now depending on my shadow. I'm gonna have to actually trust my shadow, not to beat me up in the dark. This is the same way with our culture. This is the same way of how we found out we were getting breast milk from mama, and she was Hathor. She was the one that was giving you breast milk because she knew you were gonna need that telepathic ability for later on. She didn't tell you what it was right now, but if she had to get it to you, she'd give it to you. If she ain't got it, she ain't got it. And she give you that look, you knew what's up. You can't say, but mama, I want.
Off real.
Okay, I know. I can't get that. I can't get that right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, she knew how to give you telepathy. That's what the whole sirens of the Hathor is about. You got the eyes, the ears, the nose, and your mouth. Those are your 7 senses. Those are your 7 chakras. So each time you turn 7, 14, 21, 35, 42, you know what I'm saying? 40, 49. When you reach all them numbers in the 7, each time you went to the 7, you went to another Mary. You went to a now new Mary, a now new Hathor, and now you got to nurture yourself. Because if not, you got to go back to the natural self and learn how to unnatural yourself so you can get back to your nurturing self again. This is why the body has a lymphatic tissue that we call an organ, and it's out of 7 of them that creates the immune system, not just the immune system like it's one. Now, if it's all together, it becomes an immune system. If not, you got issues going on. Something in your thyroid gland or your thymus gland that got you out of whack. Your crystals ain't measuring up right there. You got to get those crystals right. You got to eat the sugar and the salt that's going to balance it, and not no off-balance sugar and not no off-balance salt. You got to find what's the iodized versus the uniodized, or reverse. Find out how to balance what you feel like. If you had too much base, can you get some alkaline? If you got too much alkaline, can you get the base to nullify? Because there are neutralizers in our foods. Like garlic is a neutralizer. If you got something that's off balance on both ends, ginger. Ginger is a neutralizer. You might need something. Hey, break it up. We need a referee in here. Y'all don't know what y'all doing. Let me slow y'all down right quick. Let me get you, so your body won't be upset. You still gotta do some work today. You know what I mean? How do you get through the day?
Dude,
that's called fasting.
When you consume fruit like ginger, do like the benefits of it works automatically, or it takes like some time?
Automatic. All you gotta do is bite into it, bro. If you got, let's say you got a mucus going on, bite into that jank, automatic gonna be like, oh shoot, man, getting a supercharge all of a sudden. Huh? Didn't even know that was gonna be like that. Some people can't eat ginger straight up, so they might need it as a ginger shot. But immediately it should kick in. If not, go and put some more in there. You ain't get it good enough. You just light scaled it.
Right.
But you'll find great things like fenugreek. What's the other one out there? Fenugreek is in your curry. So if you're a curry eater, eat some curry. That's going to help with that. Because what we have right now is mucus blockers. And it's good to have mucus, but it's not good to have too much mucus. If you got too much of anything to kill you. So the whole idea is...
I heard. Yeah. You sent a video earlier today, I think, about that.
Yeah.
About the pounds, people walking around with 25 pounds of mucus in them and shit. And the head.
Again, bro.
He said 25 pounds.
25. Gosh, almighty.
That's a
Ooh, that's a lot.
That's another person. That's a baby.
That's a whole baby, bro. A whole baby of mucus in your body. I couldn't.
He said, and your brain and in the rest of your body. I'm like, could.
Clogging you up, having nightmares, and wondering what's happening in your circulation. You know what I'm saying? And this is why it was important to learn from Hathor. She was showing you not eat of the cow, drink of the cow, know of the cow, be of the cow, that you would not become a cow. You know the word is cow words, right?
So.
You hear that? They're not bull words.
Cow words.
Yeah.
All right, so drinking, eating. Dang, bro. Bro, you just fucked me up with that shit, man. Damn. So, drinking, eating from a cow is coward acting.
Yep. You become it.
So
you become it without notion.
And you ain't even supposed to be fucking with the cow.
It's sacred. That's why they call it divine. They won't call it divine like because you like how it look. They call it divine because it's like, oh, you better not eat that. You good, no?
Bro, when I tell you we been bamboozled.
Bamboozled, bro.
Fucking bamboozled, bro. Because they put...
Our stomachs look like a cow, bro.
Yeah.
Our stomach look like a cow. I be like, dang, I want to help that brother out. But it's like, he done far gone. I was in that mode myself. 204, 40 size in the waist. After that marriage and my divorce, I was like, what? She don't want me. And then I was like, I don't want me. I gotta fix me. You know what I'm saying? So it was that working out 10 minutes. And 10 minutes of working out, was it every other day? Because I know it wasn't every day. Then it was every day.
Damn,
it was like
bro. You just...
15 minutes. Then I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this every week. And then once I got on the bike, though, I ain't never stopped. That was 2006, bro. I'm still riding the bike. My legs in top-notch ability. There's certain things I'm still, like, now the only thing that will be my drawback is my mental. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, it's from my childhood issues that caused them janks. So it's just now conquering that. Other than that, you know what I'm saying? I would be like popping off on a skateboard and stuff like. Right now, I'm just regular skateboarding. Cause I know this age, not my bones. Not cause I just did it. What happened to you? Well, I was trying to do a move and I don't want no unsuccessful moves. I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just keep it that way, man. Infrared lights. If y'all are familiar with infrared lights, if you are not, come on to Conscious Planet. I'm 2718 Grammy Street. I'll write that down. 2718 Grammy Street. We actually do a 2-session. First session free, but for 30 minutes, you need at least 2 30-minute sessions. First one free, and I charge you $40 for the next one.
What do that do?
Is sit there for 30 minutes, let the infrared hit your body, and let it get to your bones. And while we going through that, I might, you know what I mean, play some music for you or play my own music. You know, I got that kind of ability right now to do a little flute or I got the drum. I got a hand pan drum. So it's up to you. You know what I mean? I also got some chimes, some earth chimes. I play that around your head. Let you go ahead and close your eyes and get that, that nirvana that you're missing. Because we're missing that. You go home and you say, Calgon, take me away. But that was an old school commercial. That ain't gone. So now you don't even know what to look at no more.
Right.
You can't say, somebody take me out of here. You ain't got no Hathor up there no more. You know that Hathor they just showed you? They put that on the Versace. They got on that on a purse. So that same deity they're using is for a purse now. What the? You know what I'm saying? It's like, dang, you made it demoralized to that. You downsized it to this. You know what I'm saying? I don't even use a purse.
Dang, bro. They even did it with the Chick-fil-A sign, bro.
Yep, Chick-fil-A sign. Yep. Come on, bro. Wendy's, same thing. They give you the arch, the M, and create another mommy water out of it. You see what I'm saying? The Arby's 13, they use that too to replica the energy without telling you that that's how it's being used. The number can be used, the face can be used, the image can be used, and it's a symbol and a sigil. So it's played in two realms versus just one. So you're looking at it from a flat point of view, but just like I said about the X being a point in the center, you might not see the center point of it. So this is why we gotta, like, if you got a room that you walk into most of, like I got this on the wall, over there in the corner right there. I got me a little mask, African mask sitting there.
What is that?
You know what I'm saying? Huh?
What is that?
Then I got my I got my aunt sitting right there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me get a little closer. And you get a mask like this, and positive vibes. Or, get something like this, always protecting your foundation. So that way when you're not there, your drink always on a high. When people be coming to your foundation, you be like, dang, something about being in your foundation got me like, ooh, I feel good in here,
Yeah.
We don't know what it is, but it's because you done did it so much, so many times, even you forgot it. You know what I mean? Right. So that's good to have, your stones in the windowsill or with your plants. If you got a plant, put your stones in there, your crystals in there. They ain't gonna do no damage. Ain't nobody gonna touch that. And then at the same time, if it's near the window, now you can do it with the moon. When the moon is in favor, put your stones in there and bury it in your earth. That's your earth. You ain't gotta put it outside. You can put it right there in the windowsill. You can still get the same benefits without having to fully go out and do it like everybody else. I know what we're looking at is saying we gotta be like the Joneses, but like I said, they got Jim Jones. You want to drink the Kool-Aid?
Yeah.
I don't know the flavor.
Right.
I ain't drinking no Kool-Aid. I don't know the flavor. I don't like Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
At first I did, but I said, what's that stringy little thing in the bottom of that? That's not Kool-Aid. Something in there.
These niggas the main punch.
You get this little stringy stuff in your annihilator, you be like, what is that? That ain't supposed to be in there. That's the same thing as eating the pork beans and getting that pork that just don't.
Hey.
What is that? I can't chew it or nothing.
Hey.
Spit that out.
This nigga said this. This little stringy nigga too. Oh, man.
We gotta pay attention to the eyeballs. It's not, we're just an eyeball in it right now having it.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts, man.
Yeah, man.
But look, man, it's been a pleasure, man. It's been real. This is another one in the books, man. And it's crazy because, like, this is the last one of the year till we go into the next month. So
yeah, man, I wanted to jump up here early before we got into the crumpet season. I was like, man, he gonna go past it. He went past it. All right, fine. It was like, we got that busy. I get it, cause I got busy around the Thanksgiving so-called time. And I was like, man, this ain't no Thanksgiving. It's a misgiving.
Yeah, misgiving.
Yeah, been misgiving the whole concept out, and we missed it like, choo.
Like it ain't nothing.
Here, eating aluminum foil, y'all. Eating aluminum foil. Foil by aluminum. Why are we eating a turkey only one time out of the year?
It's crazy. A whole turkey.
Look, they want to pass it all the way to New Year's. They try to keep it from that time to bring it all the way up to New Year's. I said, wow, y'all. You know how they stick it in the freezer?
Exactly.
Now I got freezer burn. You still trying to eat it.
It's wraps. And then they hitting us with all this shit. Like, I remember somebody put it on social media. They said they hit you with Thanksgiving, then they hit you with Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and then Christmas, and then New Year's.
The Christmas is based on Utah bringing. And I was announcing to you about how they do where the wild things are, how they created it since October. So what they would do is that every 13 week is some kind of ritual happening, and we would not be aware of it. So when we start to participate in it, we're participating in that because we're not showing the other people how we should be aware of this, so we wouldn't keep participating in that form. Because your intent is important. Like, I get it. You want to say, well, dang, now we can't do nothing. I'm not saying don't do nothing. Make it the intent is where it's going to value you and not someone else.
Right. Good. I like that, man.
You already know what time it is.
No get. My man, he close it out for us, man.
That's it. I give thanks to y'all. I give thanks to the mothers, the fathers, the uncles, the aunts, the nieces and nephews, our grandmothers, our great-grandmothers, our grandfathers, our brothers, our sisters, our long-distance cousins, our long-distance relatives, and all those who don't know. What we do is we shall do. I say. Shay, man, love, man, appreciate you, man. We're gonna till next time, next Wednesday, the first of the year, the top of the year. We're gonna top it off with everything. Let's do it.
Let's go, man. Love, bro.
Love all day.
Shay. That was a really good one. Damn.
Get this shit on a rolly roll. On a rolly roll. Come on. Y'all tap in tonight, man. It's gonna be a great live. My boy Eturnal about to turn up here too. Y'all tap in tonight, yo. Drink nothing but that's no plastic. Man, in this world full of backstabbers and they talk about how mad they. Yeah. Stay seedy, what it is. Going through something, you gon' ask me, going through something, yeah. Going through something, yeah. Going through something, you gon' ask me, going through something. Tapping in tonight, man. Yeah. Going through something, yeah. I'll hold you to college view.
But I don't go to school, but oh, do you rent, dude? 3 niggas on the one roof, trying to get it, but the car's through. Waking up with an attitude, being drama and a have to. Bullshit. Outside with my head up, yeah, got my getting bread up. And McDonald's having meetings, yeah. artist review we doing. We got the news coming up. We got Eturnal. He tapping in tonight. Just having good vibes tonight, man. On this Wednesday, everybody that had their Christmas, you know, their little Christmas. You know what I'm saying? It's back to the brain, y'all. You saw what's good, buddy. What it is, man. Tapping in tonight. I'm low-key too excited. Get this nigga off the screen. Who these niggas, man? Who these niggas, man? Who these niggas, man? Play some booty bag. Yeah, what you call it? To what's really going on. Like I said, they wanted us without everyone going crazy because they don't lie. He tapping in tonight. Just having good vibes tonight, man, on this Wednesday.